Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Give me a second here. I'm trying to fix something. All right. Well, last stream I had music in the background, and for some reason, it won't play today. That's a shame. Let's try this again. Well, I'm trying to get sound music behind, and it's not cooperating. All right, we're just going to go with no music in the background today. You just get to listen to my voice. Okay, let's get started. I'm tired of dicking around with this. I've wasted 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes, so screw it. All right, so as we can see, last time out, let me change this off of dark back to light, because otherwise you can't see me. I'm too dark. There we go. So as you can see, last time out, we made the playoffs. We won the division. We had the number 3 seed, going to take on the Chargers in the first round of the playoffs. Finished 10-6. Won 5 games in a row to end the season. So we were 5-6 and turned it around. So scored 400 points. That was good. We'll go look at our stats again real quick. Last year we missed the playoffs by 1 game. So Justin Fields, another 4,300 yards passing. He was a little higher on his yards, but lower on his touchdowns. Last year he had like almost 4,300 yards passing, and he had 31 touchdowns. So his interceptions were up a little. His TDs were down a little bit. Sacks went from 39 down to 26, so that's a 33% increase in protection. So that's good. Doing much better. Carson, another 1,000 yards. He had more touchdowns this year. Fournette, I think he had 12 last year. He's down to 10, so he's still producing. And receiving, Elijah Moore, 2 years in the league, over 1,000 yards both years. Mims, we decided to go with him once we cut T.Y. Hilton, and he stepped up. Reed was a free agent signing, produced exactly what we needed. And Levy was a first-round pick, playing in the slot, so he did pretty well. Sacks allowed went down. I think our leader last year was 12, so we're doing a much better job protecting there. And on defense, Quinnen Williams, Akeem Hicks, and Mo Hurst all stepped up. Look at that. 40 TFLs between the 3 of those guys. Our defensive line was stellar. And then, again, Williams and Hicks, 1-2 in sacks. Monty Rice, who was Defensive Rookie of the Year last year, had 6 sacks, came back with 5.5. He had 3 picks last year, none this year. And then Ojulari stepped down in his production, even though he went up to a superstar. What's up, George? Welcome. Welcome. We're just getting started with this playoff and the off-season. We're just reviewing what our guys did. Here, I'll see Justin Fields comparing his first 2 seasons. So his rookie year, almost 3,000 yards passing, 31 TDs. Over 4,300 this year. TDs went down, but his sacks were much better. Yeah, I'm doing well. Had a long day of reffing 14-year-olds in club volleyball yesterday. It was for a national bid to the national tournament in Las Vegas at the end of June, early July. So it was fun. Got to do the championship match. The team that's going to Vegas had 3 girls that are 14 years old, over 6 foot tall on the team. So they start them at a high level at a young age, man. Let's go back to, how was your weekend? I know you had a good stream on Friday because you won your bowl game, man. Congrats on that, and finally winning the conference championship and winning the bowl game after. That's good. That's always good for SJSU. I don't want to go depth chart. I want to go stats. So Carson, we signed to that ridiculous 7 years, $3.85 million contract, and he's done everything we've wanted. As you can see, over 1,000 yards each year. He doubled his touchdowns this year. And Fournette, we signed to the same deal as our backup. And he's done well as the backup, scoring 24 touchdowns in 2 years. So he's our power back, and Carson's, even though Carson's listed as a power back, he's more of our regular every down back. Blocking, Becton had I think he had 10. He had 8. So he's been consistent. It was our right tackle that was getting beat last year, and we replaced him with McGlinchey, who did much better. Only allowed 6 sacks this year. What's he done in his career? So, yeah, he even improved. So, our defensive line is stellar. We were 9th in offensive yards. Another season of 6,000 yards of offense. Defense, obviously, glitched out and doesn't tell me. So let's go off defensive yards allowed. Come on, defense. 1, 2, 3. We were the 4th best in defensive yards allowed. What were we in sacks? 4th, tied for 4th in sacks. That's good. So, team is improving. Won our first division title in year 2. We've improved this offensive line. So Becton's in his 2nd year. We signed Mailata as a free agent. We traded for this guy and moved him to center. Yeah, I'm keeping Fields. Signed Osemele, but we've got this Vera Tucker going to step in for Osemele probably next year. I think he's on his last year. Signed McGlinchey. Reed's a 1-year guy. This guy we drafted last year is probably going to step up and start unless there's a stud out there in free agency. Moore was our 2nd-round pick 2 years ago. He's now our number 1. Mims, we moved him into the number 2 slot, and he responded. And then we just drafted Levy, so he's going to be our slot. So we're really young on the offensive side of the ball. He's relatively young. Fournette, I'm actually going to move him to fullback. He's a better fullback than the guy we have. And then Fields is he got up to superstar because he was offensive rookie of the year, I believe, his first year. Defense, Williams had a great year. Signed Hurst as a free agent. He had a really good year. Hicks, we signed him. This was a first-round pick last year, so we'll play Hicks for a couple years. Hopefully Meadows can progress. We need some youth on our corners. Bouye and Verrett were 1-year deals. We still have Wardop, Austin, and Hall behind them. Signed this guy to a big contract. Davis we moved over from free. Rice and Ojulari were draft picks, and they were 1-2 in Defensive Rookie of the Year a year ago. We signed Barnes to a big free agent deal. Mosley's going to be gone soon, so he's going to either get replaced by a Cashman, or we'll go get another young middle linebacker, whether through the draft or as a free agent. Our practice squad, we actually have some upgrades to do, and I'll do that in the offseason. Yeah, so my coach doesn't have an upgrade, does he? Not quite. I think I've maxed all I'm not going to max the kickers until last. And I don't need to worry about retaining anybody. I don't have enough points anyway. I can retain offensive line. Yeah, we'll see. I'll wait off on that. I don't need it right now because they're not re-signing anybody. So, as I said before, we are the number 3 seed, taking on the Chargers. And hopefully win that game. We'll play one of these 2 teams. So we should be good to go. And we're going to, we'll watch this game. Since we're playing the playoffs, we will watch it. And let's check their uniforms. Where's their away pants? Oh, man. Do they have alternate away? Hey, let's rock those old school ones. Those look good. And then we're going to go all green. Not that one. This one. We're going to go all green. Oh, man. My stupid browser. Give me a second. My laptop browser likes to crash on Twitch for some reason, and I use that to watch the chat because it's right underneath my stream. So give me a second. For whatever reason, the MacBook does not like Twitch streams at all. Give me 1 second. There we go. Get back to my stream. All right. Hopefully that won't happen again. All right, here we go. Last stream, I had music playing in the background. It was awesome. Since he was in here, I had some nice kind of rock music playing in the background through a browser that I had hidden behind the stream. And for whatever reason today, OBS does not want to let that music play, so you're just going to have to listen to me talk nonstop to fill the dead air. So, what the fuck, Chuck? Hey, how's it going, man? So, we'll just do it that way. Music was a little loud. If you go on my VOD and watch it, I had it a little too loud, so I was trying to play it a little bit lower. But, yeah, that's the way it goes. Maybe I can adjust the sound on the game here and boost it up. And you can hear my dogs losing their shit. All right, we're going to go slow. And we'll go through the possession. There we go. Let me know if you can hear the gameplay in the background, if it's loud enough or too loud or not loud enough at all or whatever. Because I have my headphones turned down. So, there we go, Mr. Fields. Those TDs, we got to get those back over 30 and those interceptions under 10. But other than that, he's done pretty well. Now, the only problem with him is when we play and we watch the sim like this, he doesn't play too well for whatever reason. Now, if I do a fast sim, he plays way better. And we got rain this game, so that should make some people slip and fall. Hopefully that doesn't cause interceptions. Get out there. Ah, couldn't get to the edge. Need a fast start. Throw the ball. Throw it away. Throw it away. Thank you. That's one thing I've noticed in the sim is Fields hangs onto the ball way too long in the pocket and doesn't throw the ball away fast enough and ends up taking too many sacks. Even though our sacks are down by a third this year, they'd be even less if he'd throw the ball away. Instead of being 3rd and 19 to be 3rd and 10. And he throws a pick six. That's going back the other way. Ain't no way he's catching him. Not a good start, boys. Well, that could have been better. Why did I lose my chat? There we go. That's better. Not the kind of start we wanted. Let's try this again. I'm going to do it on fast sim this time because I don't want to watch another pick six. All right, we're going to go normal, and we will jump forward, change of possession, and see what happens here. There, much better. This sim seems to work better for us, even though we just gave those 7 yards back. Hey, the punt's better than a pick six. I'll take that. That was a huge punt. Let's go to the next quarter and quit doing this stop and go. Eckler. Oh, Gronkowski's playing tight end for the Chargers. Our defensive line, there you go. Force a couple incompletions, 3rd down, hold him. Oh, of course. I have noticed this game likes to get a lot of 3rd and long, and they just get enough yards to get the 1st down. Hopefully we can turn the ball over on these guys here. Worst case, just hold them to a field goal, 3rd and 8, and 14 yards. Cannot stop guys on 3rd and short, 3rd and long, I mean. Touchdown. All right, not a good start. Down 14 points at home. Man, that's 2 sacks and a pick early on. Not the way we wanted to start the game. Not at all. Oh, third down is killing us. All right, field goal. And they go for it. You assholes. They didn't take the field goal. They knew we couldn't stop them. Are they going to go for it on 4th and 10? All right. There we go. I said end of quarter last time. There we go. We used to be needed a negative first down play as opposed to a negative second down play. Come on, let's go. Do something. Man. Struggle City early on. Hold him here. There we go. Short field, let's go. We need a touchdown before half. Preferably 2, but I'll just take 1 at this point. Can't be greedy. There we go. Elijah needs to get involved. 2nd and 1. Touchdown, Chris Carson. All right. One more stop. One more TD before half. There we go. Way to go, Monty. And then we turn around and give it all back. All right, guys. Ooh, big play to Reed. Let's go. I don't know why it likes to duplicate plays like that. 11 yards to Levy. First round pick coming in play. Back to a little hold. 2nd and 15. Let's get something. Touchdown to Mims. Yes. All right. Second quarter. Way more productive than the first. Gotta love that. Just can't give up any points now. .34 seconds left. They have 1 timeout. Hold him here. Knock down. Hold him. Nope. They're going to get a field goal. All right. Let's jump forward to change of possession. All right. Let's watch the defense. See if these guys can do like they did in the second quarter. Give us the ball back. Give us a chance to get a touchdown. Ooh, nice throw. Coverage was a little off. That was either a crossing or a slant. We need some pressure. We seem to play better in the fast sim than the sim we watch. Get in there. He's going to pick us apart all day. Except going to pound the ball now for the first down. Let's get in there. TFL. Nope. Play action and strike across the middle. Let's go, boys. We got to play better than this. Tighter D on the back end. Let's go. We're getting no pass rush now. At least make him throw the ball away. We're down 6, so going to be down 2 scores here in a minute. There's that Madden, I'm sorry, the EA out route. Pardon me. We need a turnover. Strip sack. Pick something. Do something, guys. Nope. Yeah, just let them throw it over the middle of the field. Let's go, man. Let's go. Bend, don't break. Field goal. We don't need another touchdown. That'd be 2 down, 2 touchdowns. Let's go. Get in there. There you go. Mosley. Hold him again. Get out there. Definitely need to improve our corners next year, and maybe strong safety. We're a little young on the offensive side on skill players, so our D line. Why are they playing 4? They should be playing 3. We run a 4-3. Now we're back in 4-3. Blitz these guys. If you're gonna give up a touchdown, at least have a chance to sack him. Let's go, get in there. No, we're just gonna drop into coverage and then let him throw it to the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Now they're gonna run. Let's go, boys. There you go. Stuff them. 3rd and goal from the 1. Blitz them. Play man and blitz them. Let's go. Get in there. Get in there. There you go. Nice. That's what I was looking for. Way to go, Quinnen. He was standing up, blitzing. Wow. Block field goal wouldn't be too much to ask for, would it? Oh, it's a fake. Get out there. Nice. Earlier in the year, I was watching a game, and they tried a fake field goal from like 50-something yards out, and they pitched it to the kicker, and he threw a pick 6. We ended up losing the game because our offense shit the bed that game. I think it was against Buffalo. Yeah, we got to run up the middle, not outside. We can't get outside on these guys at all. We need to bring in Fournette and pound it up the middle. Break tackle. No, only got a yard. All right, need to find something. Don't throw another pick 6. Worst case is we punt, but don't throw another pick 6. Or get sacked for a safety. Why did he run backwards 5 yards? Gotta love Madden's animations. The dude was 3 yards from a first down and he ran backwards. This game drives me insane, man. We're going to do fast sim from here on out because our team can't play for shit with the slow sim. That's terrible. That was a terrible animation. I know sometimes it uses the animation to do whatever the sim says, but that was terrible. All right. See, now we play way better in the fast sim by watching the fast sim. And of course, we give up on 3rd down. They're going to get more than 10 yards here, watch. See, what did I tell you? 3rd and long, they always get it. Come on, guys. Yeah, they're going to score a touchdown. Yep. They must have went for 2. Let's just go to the next quarter. Yeah, it was terrible. It was a terrible animation. And we can't move the ball now. Fuck, come on. I said, well, I guess that was the end of the quarter. And we're going to get hosed now. They have all the momentum. CPU's just like, yeah, screw you. You're going to get beat. You made the playoffs. Yay. Take a seat. And they're just running it down our throat. We can't stop the ball. They can't stop them on 3rd down. 15-yard penalty. We're going to be down 3 scores here in a minute. Damn. We need 3 touchdowns in 7 minutes. Not happening. Now we're throwing the ball, but we're going to need 3 touchdowns. 45 yards to Mims. That helps. Down 12. We need a turnover in the worst way. Right here. That sack helped. That was our 1st-round pick. 68-yard punt. It's going to be too little too late. We're going to score a touchdown, but we're not going to be able to get the ball back with enough time. Look at this. Offense is going nuts. Sack. We need a touchdown now. There we go. Down 5. 3 minutes left. If we can hold them to a field goal. Sack. Williams gets in there. 4th and 29. Holy shit. Are we going to do this? Incomplete. 27 yards to Mims. We only need 5. Touchdown. Holy shit. Mims has been a revelation. What? That was a touchdown. What hell happened on that sim? That was a touchdown. What just happened? We got the first down. Touchdown to Mims. He scored earlier. 2-point failed. We got 1-point lead with 16 seconds left. All right. I don't know what just happened. We scored earlier and they took it away. Here it is. Last play of the game. Yay! Wow. What a monster comeback. See? I can't watch the actual gameplay in the sim because we play like dog shit. We're just going to have to do this fast sim within the game. I don't know. But we won the game. So whatever. We won the game. Let's go look at some stats. 344 yards. Almost all of that in the fast sim. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Wow. I just want to look at mine. So we didn't run the ball worth shit. But first round pick Levy had a big touchdown. Mims went nuts with 3 touchdowns. I can guarantee you if this was regular season, he'd have a breakout opportunity next week. Reed had a good game. Moore was okay. He got some first downs for us when we needed it. No pancakes. Gave up 3 sacks. Defensively, 15 tackles by Ward. Our corner had 15 tackles. Holy crap. 2 TFLs by Rice. A whole bunch of 1s. 2 sacks by Williams. 1 by Rice. Barnes and Meadows with half sacks. And a pick by Austin. Yeah. What a comeback. I actually want to view this highlight because I want to take a screen capture for future thumbnails. So let me see if I can find something here. Look at Mims. We'll find Mims. Where's his touchdown? There's Rondale Moore. I think this is going the opposite. I want to see Mims' touchdown. Is it going to give me a touchdown? No, got to change the quarter this way. It says left stick changes the quarter. There we go. All right, let's find Mims right here. We'll take this one. No available play. No, it's because it's in a fast sim. Won't let me do it in fast sim. All right. Finish the game. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of let the game play so I can use the replay. All right, Becton gets an upgrade. I've been pouring all of it into pass protection and it won't go up. So we're gonna use power to at least go up 1. He's gone up like 2 points, now 3 points in 2 years because I've been trying to balance him out. I'm a vertical power run, so I need pass blocking and I need power for the run. So I'm trying to get both of those equal at least. All right. They play the other games? No, just ours. All right, so we'll advance and see who won the other games. Wow. Shocking turn of events. All right, playoff bracket. So we're going to play the Colts. And the Jags are going to play the Browns. The Jags knocked off the Chiefs. Colts pounded the Bengals. Over here on this side, Saints knocked off Tampa Bay, which they should have. They were the number 2 seed. Giants manhandled the Cowboys. And the Seahawks beat the Niners. Sorry, George. So the Seahawks are going to play the Bears, and the Giants play the Saints. So Let's get the rest of these upgrades out of the way. Josh Rosen gets an upgrade, didn't even play. We'll improve his improviser. Make him a little more balanced across the board. If we can draft a backup quarterback, I might let him go so he might get some starting time somewhere else. Cashman's a possible replacement for Mosley in 2 years. I think Mosley's getting paid like $10 million next year, so he could be a cap cut, although I don't need the cap space. As you can see, because of the way I did these salaries, we have $52 million in cap space, and that's with a $61 million penalty. So we're going to have a ton of cash. Do we play these guys this year? Let me go back and look at the schedule. I think we played the Colts this year. Nope, wrong schedule. Yes. We played them in week 16 and beat them 34-28. That was one of the big wins we needed. So we traded Darnold for a third and a fourth the very first season during the draft after I drafted Fields. So they both had good games touchdown-wise. Fields had more yards. And then Taylor had a good game running. Carson was serviceable. Taylor had a huge game receiving-wise. Mims had a good game. Moore had a good game. Levy had a touchdown. So that was a lot of offense in that game. So we'll see how that plays out this time in the playoffs. Hopefully it's not another rain game. Are we on the road or home? We're at home. So hopefully it's not another rain game. Watch it be snow this time. We're going to leave the Colts in all white, and we're going to go back to our all green. Where's my other alternate? There we go. At least I figured out how to take screenshots with my PS3 so I can import that over to my PC and put it into Photoshop and make these thumbnails. We're going to play all of the playoff games. We're going to do our off-season free agent signings for our team. Then we're going to do the regular free agency period and set up the draft board, do the draft, call it a day. And then next one, we'll do the preseason, sim through the preseason games, set our lineup, reset our rookie contracts. Yay, we got snow game, and play the whole season. So I don't know when that's going to be. I ref Tuesday through Saturday this week, but it'll do it all in one stream. So it might have to be during the day as opposed to a night. Mother's Day is Sunday, so I won't be doing that. I have to ref boys tournament all day on Saturday, so that's not going to happen. So it'll probably be one day during the week, a day I'm not working out, so that's probably going to be Tuesday or Thursday. So all right, we got a snow game, and we're making the Colts wear all white so they're nice and cold. All right, so let's do normal sim, jump forward, change of possession. 5 yards by Taylor. Darnold throws it away. And, of course, they convert on third down. Taylor's the guy we got to shut down today. He's the one that killed us last game, even though... All right, knocked away by Barnes. They got a punt. Touchback. And Fields gets sacked. Not a good start. 3rd and 9. And he throws it away. Hey, at least we didn't throw a pick six on the first one. And that was a huge punt by Mann. 5 yards by Taylor. And another first down. Give me a sack. Nope. Darnold for a revenge game. He's going to say, you want to trade me away? I'm going to beat you in your own stadium, right? Interception. Yes. That's the guy I paid some big bucks to. $11.5 million a year for that guy. Let's go. First down. Jordan Reed's been really well. If I don't find a tight end, if I don't draft one, I think there's 3 of them that are first round grades, but I don't know that I'll be able to get one. I might have to look at. I know the draft comes after free agency, so, but if I could sign him to a 1-year deal, that would be okay. 4-yard run by Mims. Whatever in this playbook, it likes to run with my wide receivers more than I like to. All right, got to get Elijah and Mims. Mims and Moore need to get going. There's Carson for 18, a dump-off pass, 5 yards. Carson can catch the ball really well. Throws it away, they're going to take a field goal. All right, they at least got some points. Play some D. Roughing the passer. That hurt. Third down, hold him. There we go. Tie game. All right, let's get a touchdown before half, guys. Let's go. 7 yards to Carson. First down, Moore. Third and short. Let's go. 5-yard penalty on Rocky Sin gives us a first down. Yeah, let's run the ball, eat some clock, get the first down. Don't give them a lot of time to return. There you go, 12 yards. Run it in from here. Knocked away. Incomplete. We're going to kick another field goal. All right, 6-3. Keep them from not scoring a touchdown. Hey, Verrett with a pick. Let's go. We got a minute left. Let's get a touchdown. It'd be a huge swing. Touchdown to Jordan Reed. He's trying to work his way back on the team. 10-point lead. That was a huge turn of events. Wow. And we're going to turn around and let them score at the end of the half. 15-yard penalty, man. Don't rough the passer unless you're going to hurt them. And then they come back down and score with 16 seconds left. There we go. All right, let's watch a little bit. I didn't mean to watch the kickoff, but we'll watch the first drive for each team, see how it goes, then go back to the fast sim. I've yet to see a kick return in sim like this. They usually run it straight up the middle, run past their wedge, and get hammered into the ground for around the 28, 29. All right, jump forward, change possession, see what happens. Let's go, boys. Do something positive. Got to clarify that because he'll throw a pick six, and that's something, but it's not what I want. And that was a terrible animation. Blocking in the sim is not good. Okereke with the stop. All right, 2nd and 11. Don't take a sack here. I'd rather him run the ball into the line for no gain than take a sack. There you go. Break it. Go. All right. 3rd and 5 is manageable. Find somebody. Reed, Levy, Moore. Let's go. Hey, that's better than a sack. Now don't give up a big return. Let's put this deep inside their 20. Oh, man. Stop them. Don't let them go. That was okay. All right, we're going to watch the defense and get back to fast sim. Let's get in there. This white on the field makes it hard for me to see their players with the all white. It kind of blurs. Should have put them in blue pants. Get in there. All right, nice pass breakup. Good job. 3rd and 10. No roughing the passer now, okay? Let's get off the field. Get in there. There's Darnold. I think the guy was wide open. He just overthrew him. It's not very deep. All right, we'll go back to the fast sim. We seem to play better that way. Let's go to the end of the quarter. 2 yards by Carson. All right, 3rd and 8. Let's go. There we go. Need to get Mims and Moore involved. Oh, it's a snow. We're gonna run the ball. Man, he has thrown a lot of passes away. And pinned him deep, 4-yard line. Roughing the passer is killing us. That's the second one on Barnes in this game alone. He had one at the end of the first half that led to a touchdown. There we go. Good to see Ojulari back in there making sacks. 3rd and 10. And another sack. Awesome. This is what we needed. Defensive line playing strong, taking the pressure off the secondary. There we go. 1st down. And a pick. Damn. Short field, touchdown. He does have a knack for throwing picks deep in his own territory. It's going okay. We missed the playoffs by 1 game the first year, and we won the division, winning 5 games in a row to end the season. We were down 3 scores to the Chargers in the 4th quarter, or at least the second half, but I think it was the 4th quarter, and came back and won by 1 point in the first round. And right now we're going back and forth with the Chargers. We've had a couple of roughing the passer calls that gave the Chargers some good field position. So we're trying to cut down on that and get some 3rd down stops. There we go, 3rd and 15, let's go. Or 2nd and 29. 3rd and 26, let's go. There we go, got the ball back. So we're trying to get to the AFC Championship game here in year 2. And we're sacked. Don't turn the ball over. Punt's better. It was a decent punt. He had a 60-plus yard punt earlier. Come on, defense. There we go. Get the ball back. We need a score of some sort. Any score so that the field goal doesn't tie the game. We have a young wide receiver group with Moore, Mims, and Levy. So we're trying to get them some experience. So, with Fields, we've got a lot of skill players on offense that are very young. And we have some age in the secondary we need to upgrade. But our defensive line has been stellar. They had like 35 TFLs for my D-line. He turned the ball over, they punt the ball, and I just missed it. All right, we're just wasting clock now. We need a touchdown here. We need up 2 scores. There you go. 3rd and 20. Or 3rd and 13 on 20 yards. Let's go. Oh, that was a bad sack. I don't know why it likes to replay the... And we missed... Why would you kick a 59-yard field goal with a minute and a half left? Just punt the ball and make them go the entire field. Now they have half the field to kick a field goal. The logic in this game is ridiculous. You don't give them half the field when all they need is a field goal. You want to make them go the entire length of the field. Now they're going to score a touchdown and we're going to lose this game. 3rd and 4. Let's stop. 3rd and 5. And they'll kick a field goal and tie the game. Why? That was terrible logic. And now we're going to overtime. Do I want to watch? All right, let's watch this. That was a terrible AI decision by Madden. Why would you attempt a 59-yard field goal when you're up by 3? Just punt the ball. Even if you give a touchback, they still have to go 80 yards for a touchdown and 50 yards for a field goal. Ugh, frustrating. All right. This is Sam Darnold, so let's get in there. The reason why I got rid of him, I got Fields. And he's going to pick us apart down the middle. Well, if we can bend, not break, hold him to a field goal, we'll get the ball back. Oh, man. You can't let him run wild. Let's go. All right, we're gonna exit out of this sim because I know it kills us. We're gonna go back to the fast sim where our team plays better. Screw this. All right, we're gonna go to normal sim, and we're gonna go to the end of the game. Come on, guys. Stop somebody. They scored. How'd they score? It didn't even show me how they scored. Now I got to go to the box score to find out how they scored. So we lost. 20-yard touchdown pass by Darnold. Beats his old team. God damn. Well, that's not happy. Darnold, 3 touchdown passes. Carson with 77, Taylor with 88. We ran the ball well. We got lit up by their tight end. McGlinchey, 3 sacks. Jeez, I brought you in to stop that. He only gave up 8 in the whole season. 3 sacks by Darius Leonard. Well, I guess that's why he gave up the sacks, but give me a break. Well, that sucked. We got screwed by the logic. They should have never kicked that field goal. God damn. All right, well, hey, we won a playoff game in year 2, so I can't be too upset. We won a playoff game. So give me a second here. I'm going to refresh my stream on my browser because I don't want to be in the... there we go. Need some light on my face. I'm going to use my laptop. There we go, so you can see me. All right, let's do all of our upgrades and sim the rest of the playoffs and get to our off-season re-signings and free agent signings and draft. So Taylor was just some guy we signed as a lot of these guys were just practice squad eligibles. I think we drafted Cumberland, but we drafted him kind of late. I don't remember his draft. Definitely need to improve Sly. Ooh, we went up 2. Need to improve his accuracy. As you can see here in a second. He's got 99 kick power, but is only an 80 accuracy. So that's why the game will try to kick those long ass field goals with him, but then he misses. I would just hit square and let the computer decide for me where to upgrade, but I want to do it myself. Otherwise, the computer will just put it all into the very top one, and I would rather not have very unbalanced players. So, hey, making baby step incremental. I wouldn't say winning division in year 2 is a baby step, but winning a playoff round, speed rush, I'll just give him a speed rush. And coming back down 3 scores, that was huge, especially how young the team is. There we go. I didn't upgrade any of our practice squad guys at the end of the year, so this is why it's taking so long. Bocce's actually pretty good in this game. I've gotten him all the way up to, I think, a superstar in one of my other ones. I just grabbed him and stuck him in at middle linebacker and let him go. Man, my nose is driving me nuts today. my allergies decided to show up over the weekend. So, all right, let's advance this week. See who's in the conference championships in both leagues. So the Bears beat the Seahawks by a touchdown. The Saints beat the Giants by 11. Cleveland barely beats the Jaguars, and we lose by 6. So we got the Colts against the Browns, Bears against the Saints. Browns are always in the Super Bowl. They are overpowered in the sim. Let's jump ahead, and we got the Saints against the Browns in the Super Bowl. Browns win by 10. Saints win by 1. 1 touchdown, I mean. I wish they would put in the background behind each one of these players, they would shadow in the logo for the team so you know what team these guys are on, because once you get into the sim, you have no idea who they play for. So Carson made the Pro Bowl. Fields did not. Mims, all right, that hopefully will give him a dev upgrade. Nobody on the offensive line. Quinnen Williams made it. And it looks like it's it. So we had a few guys. Not bad. Not bad. Let me go to my team here, and we're going to look at salaries, because there's a roster reset that you do. Okay, not for Vera Tucker. Bouye. If we wanted Bouye back, I could cut him and sign him back right now, but he's going to regress, so I'm not going to do that. Same thing with Verrett. Same thing with Reed. Any of these older guys making a ton of money. Let's sort by that. Mosley. So if I wanted Mosley back, I would cut him right here. I'd take a penalty of 1.5 million, but I'd save 17 million, and I could re-sign him for much cheaper. But he's 31. He's an 82 overall. He's probably going to drop down into the high 70s. So I'll just let it go and see how we do in the draft. If we find a stud in the draft, or we get a free agent, then I'll just cut him or trade him off to somebody else, because I can take on that penalty. I have 77 million in cap space and 61 million in cap penalty, so I'm gonna have a ton of money next year. My rookie reserve is going to eat into that 77 million. So I'm probably going to have about 50 million to spend in free agency. So I don't need too many players. So if there is a good stud corner, young corner, I could go get him. Middle linebacker, tight end. Those are the 3 main positions. Maybe strong safety. Those are the guys I'm looking at replacing. This guy I just signed to that contract. So Hicks has 1 more year, but he's not going to regress too much. He'll still be in the 80s. So we'll be fine. Let me do my coach upgrades. And all right, so I have a shit ton of points to spend here, and I don't want to spend it on tight end. So it's either going to be wide receiver or quarterback for my upgrade, my training boost. Quarterback's only really going to help Fields right now, whereas these wide receivers are all young, and I can upgrade 3 of them. So we're going to go with wide receivers to help boost them. And they're all signed to really dirt cheap long contracts, so I don't have to worry about free agency until I hit 30. So it won't take effect until next year, but all right, yearly awards. Let's see what happens. Baker Mayfield is the MVP. I finished 5th in Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year was Mayfield. Fields wasn't even on there. Defensive Player of the Year, Mosley was 8th. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Levy was 7th. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Meadows didn't play a whole lot. He was 7th. Best QB, Mayfield. Was Fields on here? Yeah, he was 8th. Carson was the 3rd best running back. Mims was the 2nd best wide receiver. He should definitely get a dev upgrade. I don't remember if he's star or normal. Quinnen Williams was the number 2 defensive lineman. Did we get anybody else on there? Yeah, Hicks was 9th. Linebacker Mosley was 6th. No DBs. Sly was the 4th best kicker. So we had some guys up there in the awards, top 10s at least. So let's do scouting. We'll go back and look at our scouting. I don't really set my board up at all until right before the draft. So do we have any points we need to spend? Yes. All right, let's go by position and see if there's any guy that isn't completely scouted and finish those guys off. They have, oh yeah. For whatever reason, Madden likes to do this. I can't scout this guy beyond here. It tells me that it's already unlocked. I've only done one. It won't let me scout the other two. So I have no idea how good this guy is until his combine comes out. And I think it did it with this guy too. Yeah, Madden pisses me off sometimes. It's hard enough to find O linemen in this game, and then they screw you. So we'll go back and look at these guys in more in depth after we get through the combine, because it's kind of pointless until you actually see what their numbers are. I have a chart that tells me what the minimums need to be by position to make them worth drafting. So, all right, unscouted. So we're going to scout a lot of these guys that are scheme fits. Since I really have nothing else to go by, don't have any combine numbers yet, we'll at least get guys that work with our scheme. All right, so that takes care of that. And we will advance, and we will see if anybody gets an upgrade here. Saints win 17-14. Super Bowl MVP was Quan Alexander. And these awards over here on the right, they're all NFC. It doesn't show the AFC, it only shows the NFC. So those are not correct. Who retired? Costanzo, Richard Sherman, Julio Jones, Brandon Brooks, Villanueva, Mitchell Schwartz, a lot of offensive linemen. Janoris Jenkins, Fitzpatrick, Antonio Brown finally, AJ Green, Geno Smith and Chase Daniels getting paid to hold clipboards their entire career. Jimmy Graham, Pete Carroll, and Andy Reid retired. Madden Day drinks every day. So let's go look and see if we got any dev upgrades. Mims is a star. Let's do this. So Mims is a star. Did he get that on his own, or did he get that? Yeah, he got a dev upgrade this week of the Super Bowl because he was the number 2 wide receiver. So the week of the Super Bowl is a week for dev upgrades that the game decides to give you outside of scenarios. So Mims is up to a star. So we have 2 stars and a normal dev, all young wide receivers. We have John Ross and Demarcus Robinson as basically our veteran backups. And I signed this guy as a free agent. So we're good there. Carson was already a superstar. No, offensive line and tight ends don't ever upgrade. Defense, Quinnen Williams earned a superstar X Factor. He should have, the season he had. Look at this. He got his X Factor. And he should have. I don't play with the X Factors active, so all it's going to do is work for progression to get better faster and to regress less. 10.5 sacks and 15 TFLs, man. He jumped 7 sacks. So it won't affect gameplay at all. It just affects their progression and regression. It's a little overpowered, kind of cheesy. Nobody on the secondary. What What is Cisco? I might have to move him to strong. He can play all three. Now he's a star over Davis. I know he's 3 points difference, but I might have to move Cisco to be my strong safety. Since he's a star, don't waste his star status behind this guy who's going to be here for 5 years. And Barnes passed up. See, Mosley regressed. He's down to a 77. There's our player regression. So down 2. Mosley dropped 22 points. So I'm gonna have to cut him and not pay him $11 million to be a 77. I could probably re-sign him for a 1-year deal for like, you know, $1.5 million. Well, Simile's down to a 76, so we're going to let him go and play the younger guy. Thomas dropped only 3, Robinson a little, Fournette a little, Bouye dropped. He's still an 82, so I could probably re-sign him in the offseason for a decent deal. Hicks dropped, he's an 83, got another year, so I'll let him stay so I can develop his backup. Reed's down to a 78, and he's a free agent, so, you know, I could sign him for another year at a decent contract. Verrett I'll probably not bring back. So that helped make some decisions. Ready to negotiate. This should be a lot of contract resets. So this is where this guy that was a first round pick, I cut him in week 4 of the preseason to reset his contract, and now he thinks he can get $19 million over 3 years. But as Dottery Crib says, $19 million over 3 years. I think this contract works better for me, and I know you're going to like it too, because you're going to say yes. And now I'm not going to pay you at all. Yeah, see, he's happy to sign that contract. I am too. Same thing with this first round pick, who's a 78. We can get him trained up. He can replace Hicks on the end, and I don't have to pay him while he trains. So, and we're going to go into the off season and try to sign some more stud players for that contract. And this is the guy who's going to take over at right guard, and we're not going to have to pay him, and he's a star, so that's why I want to go ahead and play him since he's a star. Increase his experience points. Yeah, I can't wait for you to come back and play either. This guy was a draft choice, so he may take over at tight end soon. As soon as this year, if I don't find anything out there, I might have to just let this guy play, him and Bushman play, and just draft somebody. But I'm not going to pay him a whole lot of money. Can't block for shit. Michael George Michael's twin, or his opposite at least. Oops, too far. I hate when it jumps that way. So this is why we don't pay anybody anything, and I never have to worry about the salary cap without turning the salary cap off. All right, Bouye wants $7 million over 1 year. I don't think so, because I could probably bring you back for $2.5 million. I'm not going to pay a 79 overall, $5 million, because there's probably a 26, 25-year-old who's that same overall I could pay cheaper. Not paying you $14 million. And no, we're done. So we signed all of our draft choices to uber cheap contracts. Let's check our salaries again. So, hey, look at that. Our rookie reserve is only $8 million because we don't own multiple first-round picks. Our cap penalty for this year is $19.9 million, and we have $126 million in cap space. So we can basically sign anybody we want to. So we take out $28 million, so we have about $95 million to spend in free agency. So we can pretty much get, let me get rid of this, notifications. We can pretty much get anybody we want. And so let's advance. All right. It says we have $118 million to spend on free agents. I think that's plenty. You guys think that's enough money to spend on free agents? Especially when, well, we don't want Kareem Hunt. I don't need Kelsey. He's an 86, but he's also 29. I can go with what I've got. Rashawn Gary, I don't need. Kyle Fuller, he's an 84. Yeah. Let's try Kyle Fuller. And he wants, yeah, how about if we give you $3 million and I give you 2.5. So we'll pay you $5 million, $5.5 million. And we'll see. He's 29, he's 27. I don't need to upgrade those guys. Hey, Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner, $9 million for 1 year. I might have to think about that. Don't need him. Don't need him. Bouye. Tell you what, we'll offer him the same thing. 3 million, 2.5. We'll see which one of these corners wants this money. He liked that better than the other guy did. Lutz, I don't need. Von Bell, strong safety. He's older than what I have and not much better. Damian Harris, I don't need. Looks like a lot of veterans. There's Dawson Knox. He's 26 years old. I like Dawson Knox. Let's see if he'll take the Tips for Gamers special. He probably won't. But since he wants 4 years, there's a possibility that he'll go for it. Because if they ask for a lot of years, it's a better chance they'll take this contract than if they want a 2 or 3 year deal. And if he takes this and we're good to go, we don't even need to draft a tight end. Because I have 2 young guys behind him. Alright, Tillery's 26, but he's behind Quinnen. "26-year-old right guard. We're going to get rid of Assimile. You know what? I'm going to take this guy, try to get this guy, only because I want him as a backup. He's a good backup, but we're not going to pay him anything. So if he doesn't like this and he wants to go pay, get starting money, and somebody else gets him, then more power to him. But I'll at least make him an offer and see if he'll take it. I'm probably going to go back and give Bobby Wagner some money and steal him. Darrell Henderson, Madison, don't need him. At this point, I am just looking for young guys. 25, 26. He's okay. $78 overall. We'll see what happens. Dawson Knox. This guy's 26-year-old with a star dev. No offers. Let's see what happens. This is how you can play this game and not have to overpay. 100% Tips for Gamers, man. You guys need to know how they run their contracts and how they get stud teams. This is how I'm getting so good so fast. Anybody else? 25-year-old free safety. You know what? I'm going to offer Hooker a deal because I'm going to move the other guy to strong and see if I can't get a cheap backup. And what this does also is it gives me, my team is so talented, starters and backups, that you can like package all your draft picks and try to move way up and just get one stud. And then you don't have to pay 6 guys. You can just go after one guy. Tom Brady's out there. All right, now let's go by position. Rosen's fine. I don't need to replace him. Fournette and Carson are getting up there. They're going to start regressing, but I don't have any guys down here that I really want to replace them with. I don't see anybody in here as a good number 1 to replace them. So we're just going to let it go and see who becomes a free agent next year. And if there's a stud in the draft, then we'll maybe go sign him. I have 3 good wide receivers. I don't need to do any of these guys. I actually have 5 decent receivers if we count the older guys. Foster Moreau. Anybody else 25? No. We're good on those guys. I'm good on my backups there. Good there. If we sign this guy, is there anybody else younger I could sign? No, we can always draft somebody. Need a right tackle. Anybody decently young? It's not a good pass protector. Let's look at left tackle. Sherman Williams. No, it's William Sherman. Can he pass block at all? No, he can't. He'd be good at guard. All right, let's see if we can get this guy. We can slide him into guard if we don't get the other guy. Because I'm going to get rid of the starter that's making a ton of money so I can play the backup. But this will allow me to get a young, really cheap backup. And then I could go sign a pass blocking tackle. All right, left end, we're good. Defensive tackle, we're good. Right end is good. Left outside, we got a stud there we don't need. All right, Bobby Wagner's the guy. And he wants $9 million over a year. Where does that get us? If we just give him the standard 92 points, we're 10th. All right, we have a ton of money. We have a ton of money. So we're just going to blow these guys away. How about $12 million for a year, Bobby? Yeah, that's what I thought. So this lets you go after one guy and pay him a shit ton of money and just blow them away. Having all that salary cap. 27. Yeah. What's up, Lou? How you doing, man? Right outside linebacker. We've got Fuller and Bouye. I would just want to see if they'll take this deal. Is there anybody young? He's 26. I gave him that offer. I can come back and overpay if I need to. I don't see any studs right now. This guy. All right, let's see if he takes this nice deal. If he doesn't, I might pay him a little bit of money. I might give him this contract just to get a 23-year-old on the team that's already a 75. This is how you... I can find a ton of wide receivers, halfbacks, and corners in free agency that are all right around 75. It's amazing how many of them are sitting out there. All right, so we're trying to get Hooker to be a backup. And I'm going to slide my backup free over to strong. Don't need that. Don't need that. All right. So we've got offers for Fuller, Wagner, Bouye, Knox, Davis, Hughes, Hooker. I don't know how to say that name, so I'm not going to try it. And William Sherman. So let us see what happens. Bobby Wagner accepted. The only one who accepted. That's fine. Superstar X Factor is an 84. Now we can get rid of Mosley. What happened? Did he retire? Did that guy retire? Yeah, my guard must have retired, didn't he? Did I not see that it retired? Yeah. So he retired this offseason. He didn't retire before the season. So all these guys just retired. So Kingsbury's now the head coach at Seattle. Marone in Detroit. Hedrick signed with the Chiefs. And Assembly retired. All right, that's fine. Save me the trouble. Now we're going to get rid of Mosley. I'm going to see if I can get a draft pick for him beforehand, before I just straight out cut him. Yeah, we're not paying $17 million for this guy to sit on the bench. Anybody interested? Even yellow. Nobody wants him. All right, well, we're going to do this the long way. Anybody have a need at middle linebacker? Browns, but I'm not trading him to the Browns. Trade him to the Cardinals. What do they have at middle linebacker? Oh, yeah, Patty Fisher. All right, let's see what we can get. Yeah, the 5th pick overall. Let's see if we can get a 3rd round pick for Mosley. Nope. All right. Try another team. The Chiefs. You want Mosley for a 3rd? Yeah, they're over the cap. These assholes are always over the cap. This is the best time of the year. All right, the Dolphins. That's in our division. Nope. Tell you what, I'll trade him to the Dolphins if you give me your 1st round pick, and that's not going to happen. If they'll let me trade up, we'll swap 1st round picks. I'll trade you in division. Nope. All right. Didn't think so. But it was worth a shot. Move into the top 10. Lions. Lions have the 1st overall pick. Can you get the 1st pick of the 2nd round? Nope. Nobody's interested. We're just going to cut him. I don't want a 5th or 6th round pick for this guy, so we're just going to cut him and save $16 million, $15.5 million. Goodbye. All right, so we're going to roll with Wagner and Barnes. Cashman is just a backup at this point, especially at that age. Beckwith. Anybody want Beckwith? Because I'll go with Bocce as my 4th guy. See if anybody wants this guy because he's younger. Real quick as we go through. Yeah, nobody wants him. All right. So I might go back and see if there's a young middle linebacker I can throw in here. Otherwise, we'll just go with this group. And anybody else that needs to get sent away? We're good there. No, Cisco, we need to move. And my browser crashed again. So I'm just going to use the chat over here on streams. So I'm going to be looking away from the camera. My laptop does not like Twitch for whatever reason. Just hates Twitch. Hold on one sec. This might help throw some light on there too. All right, so move Wiggins. There, now you can see me. Let's move him over to free so I don't have to deal with backing up anybody. Strong safety and free safety are pretty interchangeable in this game. So they're both 92 speed. Check that out. We're gonna start Cisco though because he's a star and I want to get him developed. So we got some good speed on the back end. Left outside. D tackle. Thomas is going to get dealt. Anybody interested in him? Wow, nobody? Division opponent. Dallas Cowboys. How about a third round pick? They're going to say no. Oh, they took it. All right. So like my 5th D tackle gets me a third round pick. We might trade this guy. If there's a decent D tackle out there I can snag in the 2nd round. I'm scheme fitted all the way across, but I don't need to pay him. Especially since we run a 3-4. I don't really need all of these D tackles, and Hurst is on a big long-term deal, so he becomes redundant and tradable. That'll drop even more money off. We don't have to pay. He was a 1st round pick. Amenahu I traded for. See if anybody wants him. There we go. Eagles. Let us see if we can use him to trade up in the 1st round. Trade up 14 spots. How close will we get? All right, what else do they need? Center, left guard, left end, quarterback, fullback. What do you need? Why do you need a quarterback? You don't need a quarterback. Left guard, left end, which I'm giving him a left end, center. Actually, didn't mean to do that. We're going to go position by position because sometimes they have a need. They don't even, it doesn't even register as a need, but they have a need. We do need a guard, do need a center. Well, shit. Hold on. They're in dire need of a center and a guard. They're both 26 years old. This guy's a star. He's 25 and he's a star. But I could use him as a guard. How about Idoga? And then we'll ask for... We'll try and smidge him, right, George? We're going to smidge him for more picks. How about a 5th? So we'll give him a 3rd string end, a backup guard, and our 1st for a 1 and a 5. Don't like the 5. How about a 6? They're not going to take this either. How about, just for the 1. Do we get it? No. Okay. Guess you really don't need that guard and left end, do you? Packers. Let's go for a 3 and get rid of this 1st round pick. Close. A little bit extra will get us a 3 from Green Bay. I don't think we could trade up to get a 1. Man, the Eagles. How about if you just give us your number 2? That's close. So maybe if we trade a lower draft pick, so we just let you slide down. How about a 4? A Amenahu and a 4 to move up in the 2nd. Close. All right. Tell you what. 7. 4 and a 7. There we go. So we gave up a 4 and a 7 and this 3rd string left end to get a 2nd round pick. And it's like 14th in the round. Didn't need him. Hicks is only going to be around for another year, and this guy's going to start. We can always draft another end. And if I have to, I'll draft him and stick him on the taxi squad this year. So we need a backup tackle there. Need a backup guard there. Moore can actually back me up at guard. So I'm not, if I don't get a backup guard, I'm not. I do need another tackle, though. Need a tight end, although Powell would be serviceable. 85 speed. 85 speed, 81 catching. So I could roll with these two and draft a tight end. Wide receiver, 23, 25, 24. We got these two guys down here. I mean, we could always get rid of Robinson and Ross. Especially Robinson. You know what? I'm going to get rid of Robinson. He's 89 speed. I do not need him. Anybody want this guy? Probably nobody. Nobody's going to want this guy. I'm going to have 0 teams interested in him, even though they need wide receivers. He's uber cheap. Chiefs need a wide receiver. You can trade him back. Because he's only making $600,000. No, they don't. Let's do this. Let's see if anybody needs. Some of these teams have like no wide receivers whatsoever. I'll even take draft picks for next year. Packers could use them. Let's see if the Packers want them. We'll trade them to them for next year's 4. They'll take this deal. Yep. So, I think we're going to roll with that at wide receiver. Halfback, we do have Geis, Ty Johnson. You know what? I'm not paying you $1 million to be a 4th string halfback. You're gone. So these guys are going to start regressing soon. So I'm going to need a halfback. I should probably draft one so that, yeah. I don't do the stack and trade and all that stuff. I just don't take the time to go do it. I do the contracts. So I could possibly look at a quarterback late in the draft just to put on the taxi squad, practice squad. You can tell how old I am calling it the taxi squad. Here's our draft picks. So we pick at 28, but then we have 46, 60, 85, 92. All right, so we get 5 guys in the top 100, and then we got a 5th and a 6th. The next year we have 1, 2, 3, a couple of 4s, 5, 6, 7. So if I wanted to, I could package these 3 picks to move up higher in the first round if there's somebody I really wanted. So we'll see. Once I look at my draft picks and what I need and what's available, we may have to trade up. So let's go get the scouting done so I don't forget. These are all 4th round and later, so make sure I don't forget somebody up here. I think we're all good. Okay. Scrambler. 6'9" elusive. 4'5" though. 4'6". It's not very strong. Look at this guy, Doug Ellerby. 4'5" with 25 reps. He's probably not going to be worth squat. Plus, he's 24 years old. I can sign these power backs in free agency. There's no good fullbacks to worry about. Physical wide receiver. Yeah. He can jump, and that's about it. He's strong and he can jump. He's not very quick. He's not very fast. 4'6". He's a deep threat. He runs a 4'6". I think I'd probably be faster. Tight end. All right. I don't mind drafting possession guys and then progress them up. So he wouldn't be bad as a 3rd tight end. He's 24 years old, though. Yeah, he's about the only guy. Left tackle. All right. So when I look at the offensive linemen, and I'll show you this one. Yeah. My handy dandy cheat sheet. Offensive lineman, let's look at this guy. You want their 3-cone to be 7.85 or less. Shuttle to be 4.95 or less. So his shuttle's at 5, so he's marginal. And bench press of higher than 25. So this guy should be good. But since he's an agile archetype and not a power or a pass blocking, chances are he's not going to be as good. We'll scout him just to see. He's undrafted. He should be at 6.1 combine. He should be 1, 2, or 3. His round, first, second, or third round rating, even though he's projected 5. But I find the agile offensive linemen are trash in this game, so stay away from agile. If it's 5.7 or higher, and it's power like this guy, all right. 7.85, he's lower than that. 5.27, his shuttle is too high, and his bench is really high, so he's slow. So he's not going to be good because he doesn't fit all 3 categories. So let's go in here. All right, this guy is a good one. All right, so he's 6'3", he's kind of short. He could probably slide to center, but he's got a 5.8 combine and he's a power archetype. All right, 7.85 cone. Yep, he beats that. 4.95 shuttle, barely beats that, and bench higher than 25. So this guy should be good. He's 21 years old, and he should have at least a 3rd round grade. And he's I'm telling you right now, Madden nerfed the offensive line draft classes. They killed him because this guy last year in Madden 20 would have been probably a 1st or a 2nd round talent level. It totally screwed the offensive line. You could always come in here and find, I'm going to try this with this pass protector. He doesn't fit the shuttle, so I'm not going to waste my points. They've totally nerfed offensive linemen and screwed them up. And centers, usually you don't find guys rated this high. I bet this guy's undrafted talent too. Yeah, his 20-yard shuttle's 5, so we're not even going to waste our time. This guy, 6'2", pass protector. All right, he should be good. There you go, 2nd round. See? He did better in the cone. He did better in the shuttle. Or actually, did worse in the shuttle, but his bench was really high. So this guy is someone 2nd round grade. He's probably a 66, 67 at the best, normal. But you could get him, and worst case is you make him a backup, and he's pass protector. So if I had to, I could slide him outside, even though he's really short. And that's relative because I'm 6'3". I'm not really short, but offensive line 6'2" is really short. So anybody else? Here's a 5'8" agile. We don't want him because he's got a 5'16", 20-yard shuttle. Terrible. Same thing with this guy, 6'6". He's going to be terrible. This guy's power. I'm going to go ahead and scout this guy because I could slide him in and play him at guard. And 6'4", and he's late 7th round. So yeah, if we had nothing else to choose in the 6th round, we could add him. He's practice squad fodder. All right, so there's nothing else. Now we have a speed rusher. I only have 35 points left, so I'm not going to scout this guy because he's 11 and not 15. But this guy, just for an example, on end, you want at least 1 B+ and the rest minimums. And his combine stats, 3 cone is 7.5. Or better, shuttle is 4.6 or better, and bench press is 25 or better. So this guy should have a good rating. Not 1st round rating, but he should be good. We'll scout him next week when I have more points. Same thing with this guy. And there's always a ton of speed rush D tackles that you can turn into run stoppers. And anybody that's like 5'9" and 6.0 or higher, especially 6.0, they're going to have a good rating. So I wouldn't be surprised if this guy, Johnny Blades, has a 1st round rank. Left outside linebacker. Let's look at this guy just so you can see. So his 40-yard dash needs to be 4.7 or better, which he meets. 3 cone needs to be 7.5 or better, which he meets. Shuttle of 4.6, that's good. And his bench is 20 or better. So this guy should be good too, but he'll probably be an undrafted free agent. And power rushers are always hard to find. They never have enough power rushers in this game. And you can see this guy might be good. This guy might be good. And by good, I mean in the high 60s, normal dev. You put them on your practice squad, develop them up as a backup. They're not going to be a starter. Corners definitely want guys that are in the 6s. This guy, the only way I would take this guy is if it shows man coverage as one of his zone and man or slot. If it says slot, that's good. 4.57 is terrible, so I wouldn't pick him anyway. 4.38. So he's zone, but he's 4.38. So I would consider taking him just because you can turn him into man and he's fast enough to play man. So doesn't look like there's a lot of corners out here. Run support. Yeah. I knew I was going to end up with those 5 extra. All right, so once we get done scouting everybody and start putting the board together, we'll start looking at the actual players by position. It's kind of pointless until everybody's scouted. Let's go back to our free agents and see what these other offers are. So Fuller got a lot of offers. Bouye got a lot of offers. Knox is still sitting out there. I'll up that next week if he doesn't take it. Actually don't need this guy anymore. Although he's same age and better skill than Wiggins. And it would be the exact same contract. So I'll leave it. Alright, so we're the only bids on these guys. And we have to bid for these 2 corners. So our best corner is an 80 overall. So what's he want? 10 million for 1 year. 10.4 million for 1 year. 6.85. 5.8. Just give him 7. $10.2. What does it give me? All right, we're going to take these 2 off the board, go back to what they want, and just go from there. Because I can afford them. I have $100 million to spend. So it's a 1-year deal. What does that get us? Barely. All right, fine. This is only a 1-year deal. Doesn't matter. He's going away next year, right? This is why you do your salaries. So if you have to, you can make this big-ass 1-year contract, and you're going to get him. And we'll do the same thing with Bouye. He shouldn't have to take as much. Yeah. But just to be safe, just make it an even 10. There we go. All right, we should get both of those guys. And we'll wait. I'll remove the younger guys if we get those 2. All right, go into week 3. Bouye said no. Well, you asshole. I offered you a lot of money. We got Hooker, so we can replace that other DB. We got the guard. And we got Kyle Fuller. So we got one of the 2 corners. All right, so Vera Tucker's going to start over this guy. So we're good starting here. Good backups. Let's see. So Fuller's our number 1. Ward's 2. Austin's 3. Let's see if anybody wants Wiggins. He's young, so he might generate some interest, but he's a low overall, and he's normal depth, so nobody will want him. Let's just cut him. Let him go out on free agency, and if somebody wants to get him there, they can get him and overpay for him. I could trade him away now, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to cut him. I don't want to waste time. I'd rather waste time looking at my draft board. Let's go back to our free agents and see. I definitely need another corner, so we need to see what these guys look like. Knox got a bid, $25 million. $9 million over 2 years for Hughes. $7 million over 3 years. He's a star dev, though. But he's going to be 3rd on the totem pole. I'm going to leave Sherman's contract there. Let me go back to tight end and see what else is there. So Jordan Reed's there. I'm not going to pay Knox. We're going to give Reed a 1-year deal, and we're going to overpay. He should take that. Let's go to corner. Should I pay this guy? No. Screw it. We're just going to go. We're going to go with what we got. Hell with it. We'll see if Isaiah Oliver wants to come in on a 1-year deal. 1-year deal. And I'm only going to pay you $2.5 million. No signing bonus. Either take it or leave it. And what is left at halfback? What are his stats? So he is 90 speed, 83 stiff, 87 truck, 95 carry. Doesn't change direction very well. Break tackle's okay. Can't catch the ball worth a shit. So he's just strictly a power back. Pollard gets hurt too much. I like Pollard, but if you look at his ratings, his injury's 89. He's always hurt when I have him, if I put him on my team. Madison got an offer. Snell's not fast enough. Is there anybody really young down here? He's 25. I meant really young, like 23. No, so we'll just have to look at drafting somebody. Who's left at quarterback? Teddy Bridgewater, Tom Brady. We could bring in Brady to be our backup. Jordan Reed should sign. If he doesn't, we'll just go with what we got. Any really high overalls sitting out here? I don't need. I got plenty of defensive tackles. Don't need Gary taking playing time away from my guy. All right, now I'm going to look for some young guys here that could possibly backfill. All right, so he's 24 and he's a run stopper, but I'm not paying him $4 million. 25-year-old field general, but he's not. I'm looking at devs now. 24. Let's see a Xander. Xander comes in on this deal. Means I don't have to draft one. I'll replace what's his face Beckwith and keep Bocce, and we'll go. All right, let's scout. So now we're going to go back to that defensive end. Let me make sure I finish off somebody that I have. Yeah, I finished that dude off. All right, so let's go left end again, because that was the guy I wanted to show you. All right, 6'7". Kadeem Favors. He's the guy that hit every one of the things. And he's a second-round player. Projected fourth, early second. And he won't go until the 4th round. So that guy right there you could pick in the 2nd or 3rd round. He's going to be a normal dev. But that's how you get good talent as a backup. You don't need to start him. Power rush. I don't need any of the rest of these guys. 6'9" power rusher. What's this guy? 709. Easily beats it. 4'6", just missed. We'll scout him anyway. Another late 6th round as a 2nd round talent. All right. Late 6th round, 2nd round talent. So there's a guy I could take in the 4th or 5th round. Usually, I like to trade out from the 4th round down, but this is a guy we could actually draft, put on the team, develop, and fill one of those rounds where there's really trash. So, but that's why that chart is super helpful. In fact, give me a second here. For those of you that didn't watch one of the other ones, I'm going to give you the link, if I can find it again. Madden, where is it? This is Madden 20, but it works for 21. So this thing right here is what you need to learn and study. Alright. Don't need it there. I'm going to go ahead and scout these D tackles just for hell of it. Wow. Look at that. There you go. Late 7th round, projected as a mid-1st round. D tackles, you want a 3 cone of 8 or better, which he beats. The shuttle is 4.9, which he didn't beat. Bench press of 30 or better, he had 39. So he's a mid-1st round pick in late 7th round. So you can get a 1st round talent. He's probably a star dev. I'm sorry. He may be a star dev, but low in the high 60s, or he could be like a 73 normal. But this guy right here, you can draft this guy in the 5th, 6th round, and you've got a young guy to develop as a backup. Could be a starter at some point. Depends on your depth chart. So that's why I always look for those guys in the high 5s, low 6s on D line. This guy's got 29 reps, so he's not going to be worth it. Power rush. Yeah, none of these guys are going to be worth it. I might look at this guy, though. Now, middle linebackers, 7.5 shuttle, 7.5 cone, 4.7 shuttle, 22. So this guy should be, undrafted, but A, hit power, B, pursuit. He should be a good player. He's probably going to be sitting out there in free agency after the draft, and you can snag him and stick him on your practice squad. There's another guy, same way. 4th round talent, A, hit power, A, pursuit. He'd be worth me taking in the 4th round as a backup. High 6s on middle linebackers. That's just looking high 6s. Now, the run stopper guys aren't going to be good in coverage, so you're going to have to spend all your points to develop them into coverage. But it kind of depends on what your scheme is. Corners. I don't see any corners worth a shit out here. And we'll look at this guy just because he's strong. Nobody. Kicker, punter. If you ever seen a guy on YouTube called C4, he always says to take the tallest kicker, tallest punter. For whatever, ignore the combine. They usually are the best guy. The tallest one is the best guy. So we got a 6'3" punter. I don't need either kicker or punter. I'm good. But that's what he says. Take the tallest one. So I might have to come back and look at this John Donald. What was his? 4.46. So we might have to scout him next time, just as a backup. So we're almost done scouting. There's not going to be a whole lot out there. I might not even use all my points. Anybody sign? All right. We got Jordan Reed back for another year. Knox rejected us. That's fine. Don't need you. And we got Xander as our 3rd linebacker. So let's go look at our team again. I'm going to get rid of the Beckwith dude. Nobody wants him, and I'm just going to cut him. Yep. Zandier. So maybe we can build him up to be our 2nd middle because he's young enough. Let's go look at our roster and make some final cuts. Got to work on the halfbacks. So Reed's going to buy us another year to develop Powell. So depending on what I draft, if I don't draft any star dev or higher players, if they're all just normal dev, Then we'll stick Powell onto training dev on the training focus to get him up so he can be 77 or 78 and then start next year. Good to go there. Good to go there. Tucker's going to start over Davis. Might have to draft a tackle. This guy's getting cut because he's not going to make the team. He's 3 years, so I can't put him back on the practice squad, so he's just going away. D-tackle. 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. So Whitfield's going to go back on the practice squad. Let's see if we can trade this guy right now. Maybe we can move up higher in the first round. Green interest. I'm not trading you to the Bills. Not that stupid. Chargers. I don't know that I want to trade him to the Chargers either. I'd really rather trade him to the other conference. 49ers. Why would you need a D-tackle? You have Kinlaw. 49ers play a 4-3. Why would you need this guy at 29 years old? And that's not a high enough move up. So I'm not trading that. 28 and 2019. I should be able to get a higher move up for this. Panthers. $13. 28 to 13. They're not going to do this deal. I want to see. I don't want to under. All right. So I think we can trade the 13. So let's find somebody else and come back to the Panthers. Texans. They don't need him. What about the Raiders? The Raiders were interested. Yeah. Don't the Raiders run a 3-4? This won't go through. But with this extra 3? Nope. Okay, that's fine. It was worth a shot. Who was it? It was the Panthers, right? 13th pick. We'll just do this one pick at a time and see. No. Nope. Trying to see if they'll get a green. So they won't do it for this. They won't do it for this. Watch. If I just offer him and to trade up, that's not going to go through. So they want more. It could get done. I could do it. Any other greens besides the Texans? Not trading the Bills. Just for shits and giggles, what are the Bills' first round pick? 17. I just beat the Chargers, so their pick isn't good. Dolphins picked 9. Why would they want this guy? He's not even listed as a need. They have a 26-year-old guy. All right, so let's go back and do this the proper way. We're going to look at each team and see if somebody has D-tackle actually listed as a need. Because one of these yellow teams is going to need a D-tackle. Raiders need D tackle, which we noticed that before. Let's try this. What's up, Daniel? All right, they need way more than that. So what do they need? Guard, middle linebacker. They're not going to take this middle linebacker. He isn't going to be enough. He won't be worth it. But would Cashman be worth it? No. All right, I'm gonna make this offer and see if it works. There we go. So now I got to get a first round pick next year. Got to get a first next year. So I cleared some cap space, cleared some room for some younger guys. I probably overpaid, but now I'm in the top 10, so we can get pretty much anybody I want. And as we saw, I can replace that D tackle with this dude way down here, seventh round, but he's first round talent, so we can replace that D tackle with a late pick. So I didn't give up anything. I basically traded away a 1 to move up 22 slots. So that wasn't too bad. What is this guy? Late first rounder. I wouldn't take him with it there. I don't need these guys. Slot corner, early first round, 4.340. Niles Gills might be our guy. Or Will Guy. Our guy. How's that for a play on words? There's only one quarterback worth drafting. No first. Well, here's a first round running back. Second round talent. They usually fall 4-5. What is this guy? 4.42. Not a lot of running backs. Don't need wide receiver. All right, Deion Arrington is mid first round. Owen Gladstone is an early first round. Dante McMillan, late second round. So we could actually pick up McMillan in the second round. So we could take Gladstone. Probably Gladstone or McMillan. This guy's awesome, but we don't need him because we have Williams. So D tackle, early first round, mid first round. So we could take Blake Wooten and get our future D tackle in the 3-4. Here's another guy in the second round with mid first talent. So we got some options there. We don't need. We have a first round middle linebacker. It's not great. So corner, tight end, D tackle. That's what we're looking for. Alright, anybody scouted that needs to finish scouting? We got screwed by those two offensive linemen that we can't finish scouting. All right, so this guy went to 446. Nope, too slow. Too slow. 446. Nope, it's 24 years old. Power back, runs a 4.5. I'll scout him. Look at that, second round guy, but he's 24 years old. He's just a backup. He's too slow. .452. Let's check him out. Third round wide receiver. Receiving backs are actually pretty good. He's not very strong. Usually, you'll find some receiving backs that have higher overalls than elusive guys, and they're just as elusive. 4.52. There's another power back, runs a 4.5. Sixth round. All right. It's our last week for that. So, all right. So this is what we have to do here. Give me a second. I got to go get my depth chart pulled up. So, football, Madden. Give me 1 second, guys. I forgot to sign in before I started this. I had a long day of reffing yesterday. Got up early, ran the car up to get an oil change because it needed badly, and then jumped right on. As soon as I'm done with this stream, then I'm going to have to work out. So, duplicate. Clear all this out. And we need to do this up to there. There we go. All right, you should be able to see that now. So what we're going to do, I'll fill the depth chart out in the background. But we're going to go in here, like I said last time. This will tell you what your team needs are based on the overalls by position. It's the easiest way to figure out what you need to draft. So it says we need a center, but we really don't need a center because I have two good centers. It's just looking at the overall, but I'm going to fill this chart out using this. We definitely need corner, definitely need tight end. Left outside linebacker is probably just a depth chart thing. Same with right outside linebacker because we already drafted two guys 2 years ago that were really good. One was the defensive rookie of the year, and the other one was the runner-up. Quarterback is just mainly because we need a backup that's a little higher overall. Right guard and right tackle, I disagree that they are needs. D tackle, we definitely could use one of those guys that's a little bit better, that's younger, because we have guys that are getting close to being 30 years old. Wide receiver, we're good. We're good and young. Middle linebacker, we do need to find somebody young to be our number 2. That might take another year or two, or might be one of those things we're just going to have to address that in free agency because it's really hard to find draftable linebackers drafting at the end, which is where we hope to be drafting. Halfback, we have some good overalls, but we need to get some youth in there. Right end is not a need at all, and punter and kicker are not needs at all. But we got to go back now and go to our go here so I can fill this chart out, and this will tell us based on the age, the overalls and the age, where we need to start focusing. So let me go to center. I wish I could do a split screen. I'll figure that out offline one of these days and My centers are, and this is where I'm going to switch speeds again. So now you can see as I fill it in. So my centers are 82 and 70. They're 25 and they're 24 in age. So they really do not need to be upgraded. Corners, got an 84 that's 31 years old, an 80 that's 27. He's 27, he's 25, he's 25, and he's 24. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to put 31 to remind me that we have a guy on that list that's over 30 that needs to be replaced. Tight end, 78, 74, 71. The 78 is the one that's 32 years old. The other two guys are 23. Bushman's 27. So, so Powell should be good in the future. If we draft a future number 1, then it'll be him and Powell, and Bushman will probably get replaced next year. Left outside, we got a 77 that was a defensive rookie of the year 2 years ago. This guy's 26 and this guy's 24. So it's likely I'll cut the 26 and keep the 24, so I have some youth going on there. Right outside, Ojulari is a superstar at 23. Got a 25-year-old and a 24-year-old. So we'll let those two battle it out. The 25-year-old is he's a speed rusher, and his run stopping drops to a 64. Burns is a pass coverage, and his run stopping. So let me see what this guy does if I move him to inside linebacker. Give me 1 second here. I'll do it off screen. He's a 68, right? So if I move him to middle, what does he become? Because he's really not a speed guy. He's not a rusher. He's a 66, so he actually goes down. So he's probably going to get cut. Let's move him back to right outside linebacker, and he'll probably get cut. And if we could find a right outside linebacker through free agency or later in the draft, we'll do that. Strong safety's next up. Strong safety we don't need. We just moved the 78 overall is 26-year-old. The 75 is a 23, and he's a star dev. He's actually going to start. So they're both like 92 speed. My fullback's a 71, and he's 23 years old, so we're good there. My guard, I've got Jordan Mailata, who's 26 years old, and then I have a 26-year-old backup, so that's a possibility to get younger. Quarterback, we have Fields and Rosen. Fields is a superstar now and 24 years old, and Rosen is 68, but he's only 26, and he's on that really cheap long contract, so he'll stay there and back me up. It says I have a 79 starting, but that's not true. I'm starting the 75 because the 75 is 24 years old, and he's a star dev, so he's going to get to progress. Right tackle, we just signed McGlinchey last year. He's 28 years old. I'm actually going to write that in here because I need to start looking at a possible replacement. Left end, we have Akeem Hicks. He's an 83 superstar, but he's 33, not 330. We have a 22-year-old who I drafted in the first round last year. That's a 78, but he's normal dev, so he'll be the heir apparent there. But we could still get a backup and let Hicks go after the year. We signed Mo Hurst. He's 28. He had a really good year, but he's our starter right now. So the 77 is 26, the 72 is 25, the 71 is 22. So if I can find a good D tackle, this guy right here, the 25-year-old who's making $970K, he's going to get cut. And then wide receiver, we have 3 really young players that were our top 3. So we have Elijah Moore, who we drafted in the second round in the class with Fields. He's only 23. Mims we developed, and now he's a star because he had 1,000 yards, and he was the number 2 wide receiver. He's only 25. Levy we drafted in the first round. He's our slot guy. He's 24. We have Ross, who's 27 years old, but he's 96 speed, 95 agility. 94 agility, 96 acceleration. So he's good as our 4th guy. We have this 23-year-old. He's making $1 million, but he's 92 speed. He's more of a physical receiver. And then this guy, Cumberland, is 24 years old. I just drafted him last year. So if there's a decent receiver late, he'll get cut. He'll be on the team 1 year and say bye-bye. So Ross is the oldest receiver I have, and he's 27. And then it drops to 25, 23, 22. So we're super young at wide receiver. Should be good for a while. Middle linebacker, we've got some money invested in middle linebacker. We got Bobby Wagner, who we just signed to that 1-year deal as an 84. We have Chris Barnes, who we signed to a pretty good deal. He's only 25. Cashman is our 3rd linebacker. He's a 73, but he's 27 years old. He's got 89 speed, though. So we signed Zandier. He's 24. Beckwith is getting cut, and Bocce is probably going to go 3 years. No, Bocce will have to stay on the team or get cut. So it's very likely we're going to roll with these 4 and cut these 2. And maybe draft one late or pick up a free agent to stick on our practice squad. Left tackle, almost done with this. And then we can go to create our draft list. We have Becton, who's a superstar at left tackle at 85 overall as 24 years old. And we have a 24-year-old backup that's a 67. Free safety, we're good because I signed this Marcus Williams to a huge contract. He's 86 years old at 26. I have a 25-year-old Malik Hooker as his backup, and he signed to an uber cheap contract, so he's going to be the backup forever. Halfback, we're good for another year or 2, but then we really need to focus on this. That might be somebody we have to pick up in the offseason too. So we have Carson, who's an 89 superstar, 28. Fournette, 79 normal, 28. And Geis is a normal, 74, and he's 25 years old. Right end, Quinnen Williams, 91 overall at 25 years old, and he's a superstar X Factor. Just got his X Factor this offseason, had 12.5 sacks. And Michael George, not George Michael, Michael George is his backup. He's a 72, and he's 23 years old. And punter and kicker are both signed to a super long contract that are cheap. We don't need to worry about for a while. Braden Mann is a 76. He's 25 years old, and he's a star dev at punter. Not that it matters. And Joey Sly's 27 years old. He's the one who's got, 81 accuracy with 99 kick power. So 99 kick power, 80 accuracy. So that's where we are there, and then we'll put in our draft picks. I'll need to work on getting a number 1 next year, if we even need a number 1. 2-46. That 46th pick there is Philadelphia's. This 85 is Dallas. And then we jump all the way to the 5th round. That's where we could possibly get that D tackle. I think the 6th round is going to be too late. We're going to have to take that D tackle right here. In fact, I'm going to write a little note here so I don't forget. So we'll trade out of the 6th if there's nothing special. And if we make any more trades, we'll come down here. So anyway, so that's what our depth chart looks like, our needs based on what the game says we need. So we definitely need to look at corner, tight end, D tackle, middle linebacker. So we'll see. All right, let's go back to the other one. Get out of here. And we'll go put our draft list together. This will take a little bit of time. It's kind of tedious, and it's really slow on the PS4 compared to PC. It goes much faster. Let's go. I'm going to have to tag these guards as first rounders, even though they could be worse than first rounders, because it didn't let me, glitched out and told me it was already fully scouted when it wasn't. So I go through and I snag all of the, I'm looking at the diamonds over here on the left side, and I hit all the ones, and then I'll sort them based on their letter grades and their combine. And twos, do all the threes, fours, fives, six, sevens. So anybody that's overrated, like this third rounder that says he's a seventh round, if he's still there in the seventh round, I'll take him, but I'm not taking him in the third round. So I'm looking for guys that are underrated. I thought he was one. Underrated, so I can take them and have good players and not bad players. So, nope. What round is that guy? Fourth round. A lot of times the running backs will slide, so if we get one later, that'll be okay. Levi Clinton, though, he's definitely a target. All right, hit these second rounders. We'll go through this as quick as possible. This is where I wish. The other day when Cincy was in here watching me on Sunday morning, I had YouTube copyright-free music playing in the background. And there was some really good music, and you could actually listen to that instead of having to listen to me talk non-stop for 5 minutes. So I'll try and get that fixed. I don't know why it worked the one time and didn't work today. I spent the first 5 minutes of the stream trying to get it to work and just stopped and started playoffs. But I also need to find the right volume because it was a little high. If you go back and watch the VOD from Sunday, you'll hear what I'm talking about. Music sounded really good. I wasn't going to get dinged for copyright, but it was a little too loud. You could still hear me, but it was just generally too loud. I know Lou would complain. It's too loud, man. Turn it down. And I agreed. It was nice to not have to constantly talk my way through a stream, though. So I got my playoff assignments for boys high school. So I have regular season matches Tuesday through Friday this week. I have a boys tournament on Saturday all day. And then the following week I have a match on Monday, I think. And then the 14th and 15th, I get to actually ref district playoff matches for the boys on a Friday night and a Saturday day. And then the next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm line judging because I'm a college line judge. If I'm not going to ref in the playoffs, they want me to line judge. And then, oops, I did not mean to undo him. And then the following week after that, on a Wednesday, I get to line judge 2 more, which could be semifinals, I think. And then at that point, I think I'm done with high school. And I finished up my college a couple weeks ago, and I finished up club yesterday. So all of that means is once I get past the 19th of May, you're going to see me stream a lot more. I'll get to stream daytime for sure. And nighttime will kind of depend. I don't want to be watching George 3 nights a week and streaming 2 nights myself. So it's very possible I might switch to daytime streaming, which I can stream way more often, and still stream on like Sundays or Saturdays. I forgot what I'm looking for now. Hold on a sec. Should be looking for 4th round. I'm too busy talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing. So you'll have to start looking for me. But if I stream more during the day, multiple days, it won't be 5-hour streams. It'll be 2.5, 3 hours at a time. And we'll do, I'll try to set a schedule to where I can do, continue this Madden series. I'll do some Super Mega Baseball. I'll go back and do some NCAA. And add some variety, hopefully try and get it to where I schedule certain games for certain days of the week. So that way, if you really want to watch Super Mega, okay, I'm going to tune in on, just for example, like Wednesdays. We'll do Super Mega. Monday, Tuesday, we'll do Madden. Thursday, Friday, we'll do NCAA. And then Sunday would be free to either do it or not do it, or Saturdays, whatever. Weekends would be open for me to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And that way I'm not, when you guys do those 5-hour streams, it's so tiring to talk that long and try to perform on camera. And I know you guys all know that from being producers yourself. So shorten the streams, do them more often. And they're always going to be archived onto YouTube. So if you guys really want to see something, you can go find it and go watch it in your free time. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. Also kind of depends on work. Try to get a full-time job so I don't have to ref as much, make more money, make the wife happy. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. All right, we're looking for 6th and 7th round guys, and then we can set our board. I'm not going to have very many picks late, so this is more of a just put them on there in case something happens type deal. Because like I said, I might be done by the 5th round, trade out. These guys that are busts, that are 7th round talents, are usually in the mid to low 60s. They're not worth having on your team. They're not even worthy of a practice squad for the most part. Almost done. God damn, I hate when it jumps like that. Now I got to go fix this 3rd round guy. Madden can be annoying for some of their gameplay and other more important things, but they can be just as annoying for shit like that. So, all right, let's go to the draft board and start moving these guys into their rounds and then sort them within the round. Let's get this guy back up in the 3rd so I don't have to deal with him later. There's a 6. So George, if you're still in here, have you decided if you're going to stay in the Mountain West or you're going to move to the Pac-12? Because honestly, I think you need to move to the Pac-12. Mostly so you give you some different teams to play, build some new rivalries, and that would be my strong suggestion. But it's your stream. You do what you want, and then I'm sure you will. But that's what I would suggest, both for yourself and for people watching. Yeah. And it's good not only is it good for variety for people watching, but for me. I likely won't get burned out so quickly if I'm not playing the exact same game every time. All right, B plus B, B, B. So now all I'm doing is I'm looking at these letters. So they're all within the 6th round. So now I'm going to, like in this guy, Devin Walters, go right to where it says A- carrying. I'm sorting everybody by the 1st column. And then if they're tied like these two, then I go to the 2nd column. If they're tied in the 2nd column like these two, I go to the 3rd column. If they're tied in the 3rd, then I go to their combine score. So that's how I sort these guys. Because the higher the combine, the better athlete typically you're going to be. Right? So that way when I get to the 6th round, I'm going to be able to say, if any of these guys are still there, I'm going to say, okay, who's the best player available? And if they're all going to be these red diamonds, I'm probably going to trade out. But that's what I do for each round. To make it easier for me to just quickly glance at the list and see, okay, there's somebody here that I'm interested in taking that's worth taking or taking a shot on. You know, this 4th round talent that's a 5th round grade. Okay, if I really needed a free safety, I could grab him. But typically, if the round is all red diamonds like this, I'm trading out. I'm gone. I'll trade that pick to somebody else, and I'll steal their pick at a higher round the year before, the year coming up. All right, so he goes to the top of the 4s because he's an A-. Slide these C's to the bottom of the 4th. If there was a way I could do this off camera, I would do it, but I would have to stop my stream to do it. So we just got to deal with the tedious nature of sorting these players. A minus B plus. All right, so these guys are 3rd rounders. Or yeah, 3rd round. Didn't mean to click on him. So this is no different than sorting my list when it comes to Madden. I'm sorry, to NCAA, just so I can. It's just not the most compelling video to watch, but and so you can see here. Look at these 2 guys. Where are they? This is 3rd round. B plus, A minus. I moved them wrong. These 2 guys. So they both have A minus, B plus. They're both pretty good combine. He's a 3rd round player with a 3rd round talent. He's 5th round with 3rd round. So he's naturally going to be listed higher because he's more athletic, but also he's the better value. I'd have to take him in the 3rd to be a 3rd. This guy I could actually take in the 3rd round, even though he won't go until the 5th. Or I could wait until the 4th and draft him. So I could draft him a round up. So that way I don't have to wait to the 5th to get him. Grab him in the 4th. There's always trouble finding talent down here in the 4th, 5th, 6th round. So if, like this guy, 7th round talent, but he's a 4th round, 7th round projection, 4th round talent. So if I get to the 4th round, 5th round, whatever, I could just take this guy, put him on my team, done with the draft. This is the whole point of making this list the way I do, just to make it easier to specially draft in the later rounds when there's not much to choose from. But it also allows me to take 2 players that I normally wouldn't get because one of them has a later round grade, and I could get a lot of 1st round talent outside of the 1st round. You get multiple 1st round players. So if I have a 1st round guy that says he's 7th round but he's really 1st round talent, like that D tackle, you can load up and get several 1st round players and still only have 1 1st round pick. Or you know that you don't have to take that cornerback in the 1st round because there's another one that you can take in the 2nd round and go after, you know, another need position and fill 2 needs at once. 6.4 instead of only having to get 1. So these are 2nd rounders. Did I move a 2nd round down? Yeah, I did. Any other 2nd rounders I accidentally moved? No. All right, so we're good. All right, so we're going to have to guess on those 2 offensive linemen, and I'm not looking to take an offensive lineman in the 1st round anyway, so. Come on, Madden. Cooperate. So he's a 1st round, 2nd round talent, 1st round grade. He still has good stuff. A little slow, 4.5. He's just not very, doesn't have a lot of agility. That's his problem. B minus. Any other, slide all these non-B pluses down here. And even though some of those defensive backs have C's in their grades, it doesn't mean they're bad. Because it's all relative to the class. Alright, let's move all these A's up here. We're almost done, folks. Draft will go really quick, too, so... See? We got a first round wide receiver with second grade talent, a third round with second grade talent. I wouldn't want to take him in the first, but I could definitely take this guy in the second. So that helps me figure out, don't have to overdraft, you can wait. I wonder if that guy has a letter grade. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Look at this guy. 5th round projection, 2nd round talent. He's A's across the board. He's going to be a normal dev. He could be a 75 normal dev. So he could be just a high overall and doesn't progress very fast. Any more A's down here? No. All right, let's get these sorted and get on to the first round and get this over with. This is tedious even for me, so I feel your pain, guys. Alright, B plus BB, 6.4. Alright. Gonna do all the B pluses right now, and I'll leave all the A's. And while I may not have the... What's up, Cincy? How you doing, man? I tried to have the music playing in the background again today, but it wouldn't capture the... Streamlabs wouldn't play it. It had no sound. I could hear it in my headphones, but it wouldn't play it through the stream. I don't understand. I'll have to try and fix that offline. We're setting up our draft board right now. We won the division and won our first playoff game. Surprising, we were down 3 scores and scored 21 points and beat the Chargers, and then we got bodied by the Colts in the 2nd round. So we're trying to get this draft board set up so we can have a spectacular draft. I traded up. I traded a 28-year-old D tackle that was like a 78, along with my first round pick this year and next year, to move all the way up to number 7. We need a corner, need a middle linebacker, need a tight end, good young tight end. So I can get a first round pick next year if I want, pretty easily. Hell, worst case is you go sign a decent player as a free agent to a contract that doesn't have any signing bonus, and then you trade him off and you can get a first round pick. Trade logic is broken in this game. Yeah, it was, all I did was turn it on. It had it set up exactly the same way as last time, and it wouldn't recognize it. And I deleted it, redid it, and it still wouldn't recognize it. So I don't know what's up with that. All right, let's get these ABs down here. A minus AB. A minus. Oh, and you guys like to give me trouble about cards and stuff, tease me about cards. I actually carded a 14-year-old girl yesterday for giving me attitude about a call. She not only gave me attitude, she rolled her eyes. I'm like, I am sorry. I am not having a 14-year-old girl roll her eyes at me. So she got a yellow card. I didn't red card her, but I whipped out the yellow like immediately. I'm like, yeah, no. And her coach was like, you go apologize to him right now. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I didn't allow that attitude from my daughter. I'm not allowing it from somebody else's daughter. All right, so these A minus, A minus. We're almost done, guys. Almost. In this case, their combine and their letter grades are equal, so I'm going to go with their projected first round, this guy over this guy. This Lonnie Blair is actually the more value. He has the better value because he's a third round with first round talent. But this guy's going to go first. So A minus, B, B plus. These guys are all A's. All right. Larry Stanley's the only first round quarterback worth taking. The only quarterback worth taking. Not interested, don't need him. Definitely need running back. Guy runs a 4.5 and he's elusive, so that's not good. This guy runs a 4.2, a 4.42. That's not bad. This is that power back that runs a 4.5. None of these guys are worth having as starters. They're just backups. Got several first round wide receivers. Don't need one. Don't care. We do have 3 first round tight ends in a second round, so we're definitely interested in one of these guys. I think we said McMillan was the one we wanted. No. Gladstone, early first round. So he may go. He runs a 4.49. It's like Kyle Pitts, right? If he's still there with the 7th pick, we might have to take him, but we might not be high enough to get him. So we'll see. Don't need a first round left tackle. Don't see me taking any of those offensive linemen. I really don't need a left end. I could use a right end as a backup. Definitely want a D tackle. This Blake Wooten's going to go really high. Actually, he could still be there when it's my turn because it says mid first round projected in the upper right hand corner, so he should still be there at the 7th pick. And this guy, don't want to draft him. Levi Clinton. This is the guy we're targeting because I can get this guy in the 5th round and he's a first round talent. He's not going to be a star dev. He'll just be, maybe he'll be like a 75 normal. And there's a bunch of second rounders we could get. So don't need a left outside. Do need a middle. So this guy, late first round mid, he's only a possibility if everybody we want is gone. He's probably a normal dev though. This guy we could actually snag later as a good backup. 4.49 middle linebacker. It's always a good thing. Right outside we would only need a backup guy. Corner, we could always use a corner, especially young corners. He's mid first round talent. He's early first round projected mid, so he's a possibility with our pick too. So if the tight end is gone, I would strongly go after this guy. He's 6'2" and runs a 4.39. Will Guy is also a first rounder, 4.36. So those two guys will be available. So we should be able to get one of those two guys. So if we don't get the tight end, we're taking a corner. That's the game plan. And just so you guys who came in late, here's our corner room. This guy's the 31-year-old. This guy's the 32-year-old. So we need some younger, good talent. We just traded away a 78 D tackle. This 82 is 28 years old. This guy's going to get replaced by someone in the draft. And we signed Bobby Wagner, and that's why he's the 33-year-old. And we have a 25, 26-year-old here, so we need somebody to replace Wagner. So we'll work on that, and then we got to get some younger halfbacks in the next year or two. So we traded up to get this pick. We have 2 seconds, 2 thirds, nobody in the fourth. This D tackle at 7th round with first round talent, we're kind of targeting him for this 5th round. 6th round, we might have to trade out. So that is that, and it is time to get this draft going. Yeah, I would rather have a 21-year-old than a 24, Lou. So that is definitely a consideration. So is there one of those corners that was 24? Is that why you're asking that? Yeah, they will progress. They will progress more as a 21-year-old as opposed to a 24-year-old. If they're 24 and they're a star or superstar, that kind of offsets it. That guy's 22. Let me go my draft board. You definitely want to draft the 21, 22-year-olds. 23 is okay. 24, he's definitely going to be a backup. Let me check this D tackle again. So he's 23. He's okay. 22, 21. He's probably better. This middle linebacker is 23, so he's marginal. He's 21, so he'll progress. He's really fast. And since we play coverage, he wouldn't be that bad of a pick to take in the 2nd round. You definitely don't want a 24-year-old quarterback. No 24-year-old quarterbacks or running backs or even wide receivers. None of those skill positions you want. And it kind of depends on your slider set. Here, let me go in here and let you see my sliders. Right now, my XP sliders are set like this. This is what I normally use for myself. But I'm going to boost these up in year 5 or 6 when a lot of these veterans, named veterans that are in the roster file start retiring, and we have more of the drafted players being the stars. We'll kick those up even more. Like offensive line, we'll kick those up to 200, just so that we have players in the 90s and the high 90s as well, because the draft classes don't have enough dev players, and they don't give you any dev offensive linemen. So we'll kick all of this up to 200 so that we continue to have players in the 90s, and for all the players that are no longer named players. So, and as far as the gameplay sliders go, since it's sim, it really doesn't matter. They're at 50 across the board because it's sim, it's CPU. I'm not going to play. The only thing I knocked down was INTs to 35 on both, and then I kicked their accuracy on punting and field goals down. Injuries are only at 10 because we don't need half the team getting hurt. And my max, this minimum player threshold, normally I like to play it at 0, but one of the guys did a study, it was on Reddit. 25 will give you the actual speed for the actual 40 time. If you drop it to 0, then they're going to be faster than what a real 40 time is. Yeah, exactly. And since they've nerfed the offensive linemen in these draft classes, you really need to boost your sliders for O-line. You're going to have trash offensive lines, which is going to affect gameplay. So you really need to boost them up. Once we get to there, what I'm doing right now is I'm using my sliders, and then when I boost them again, we're going to use Mr. Hurricane. Mr. Hurricane on YouTube is excellent for Madden. Excellent. He has so many playlists from old Maddens. I've gone back to like Madden, I don't know, 15, 14, whatever. Just go to Mr. Hurricane. And I've watched all of his franchises because he'll play many years. Um, During COVID, I watched all of them. Now, I'm going to tell you ahead of time. Yes, Lou, exactly. 25 equals the actual 40 time. If you watch Mr. Hurricane, you're going to have to watch him on 2 times speed because while his content is extremely interesting, he talks really slow. And so I have to watch him on double speed, and I've gotten used to watching him on double speed. That voice sounds normal to me. If he actually talked at 1.5 speed, it would be perfect. And he actually could be a broadcaster. He really could be a broadcaster, a play-by-play guy, even a color guy, if he talked at the 1.5 speed. It's just his cadence is too slow. But it's very interesting. And so right now, he's got 2 different franchises going. One is Madden 20, one's Madden 21. The 21 is the Houston Texans. Madden 20 is the Denver Broncos. So, but if you like these Madden rebuilds and stuff, he does more realistic rebuilds. I would highly recommend go watching Mr. Hurricane. You'll have tons of watch time on him. So, right, our board is done, and for those of you that just came in, because I've reset all of their contracts, I have a $28 million cap penalty for this year, but I have $114 million in cap space. So we have plenty of cap room to sign veterans to 1-year deals forever. So let's advance past this, see what our free agent signings were for the entire league. You can see the guys that turned down what I was offering. Once we get done with this draft, I'm going to have to go because I'm already an hour late for my workout and I haven't had lunch, so this is not a good combination. I actually watch my VODs on 2X just to get through them faster because I'm watching more for how to get better at doing my streams, definitely for sound level checks and stuff. So, all right, free agents. These are the guys that didn't get signed. All the kickers. Come on, Madden, catch up. Come on. For whatever reason, there we go. They never like to sign kickers in this game. They always go to free agency, the off-season free agency, like after the draft. Anyway, Isaiah Oliver didn't like this offer. Sherman Williams didn't like that, so screw him. So we signed Kyle Fuller to a 1-year, $13 million deal. Signed Bobby Wagner to a 1-year, $12 million deal. Signed this guy to that T4 Tips for Gamers special, 7 years at $385. Signed Jordan Reed to a 1-year, $6 million. Got Hooker on the special deal and Zandier on the special deal. Kareem Hunt to the Lions. Nothing special there. All right, a lot of 30-year-old guys. Okay, let's get in and start this draft. We have the number 7 pick after that trade. Lions are first on the board. And they take 73 overall Larry Stanley as their quarterback. So he was the only first-round graded quarterback, actually the only draftable quarterback. Madden needs to do a better job at this, too. It's terrible. Packers get a 74 overall right end. Look at that. 3 teams from the NFC North are in the top 3 picks. How bad is that? Vikings get right end, 75 overall Calvin Kitchens, not Pickens. Washington takes a 74 outside linebacker, Donovan Knox. Cardinals get a 73 overall outside linebacker. Broncos. I thought I clicked it. 73 left end, and now it's our pick. Just for shits and giggles, let's see what this pick would be worth. We're in 2023, right? So we could pick up a 2nd and a 6th if we want to move back 8 spots. We could pick up a second and a third if we want to drop back to 19. That's where we were. Well, we were at 29. If we want to drop back 2 spots with Miami, we'd pick up a 3 and a 7. 2 spots for a 3 and a 7. I don't need an extra third or something. We have plenty of depth, to be honest with you. I'm just going to take this player. I just wanted to see what the offers would be. All right, let's see who this pick's going to be. They didn't take anybody we were interested in, right? So we have our top players still on the board. Don't need wide receiver. I don't need a run-stopping end. This middle linebacker is a late first rounder, so he's not going to be, and he's 23 years old. Worst case is he's a late first round mid. Yeah, I don't need him. There's another middle linebacker I could get. Don't need wide receivers. So I guess now it comes down to, do we take this 4.49 tight end, who's an early first rounder, A minus catching, A minus spec catch? Do we take him? Do we take this 4.82, 37 rep D tackle? Or do we take this 4.39, 6.2 early first round corner? All right, so his awareness is higher. He can catch. They both have the same coverage. I'm leaning towards Will Guy right now. Early first, late first round projection. Ooh. Late first round. That tells me if I want to, I could trade back into the first round. It'd probably cost me both of my number 2s. But that's not a bad thing. Both of my 2s to get back into the late first round to get this guy, which would allow me to take the D tackle or the tight end. My most critical need is what? Tight end, right? If I don't take him, this guy's a mid first round. He'll go. This guy's a late second round, late first round. He's not going to be as good. He's not as fast. He's a little stronger. So I'm thinking it's the tight end of the corner. Tight end of the corner, if we look at our depth chart, I've got the 78, but he's only on a 1-year deal. And I've got this 84 on a 1-year deal. So I don't know. It drops off dramatically at corner after that. But I could trade back in. For that corner, right? I'm looking for the late first rounder. So Will Guy is a late first rounder. Now he possibly, even though it says late first round, he could probably go in the middle of the first round. So it's going to be, what do I want the most? The tight end or the corner? If I get the tight end, then I don't have to keep signing tight ends every single year. I'll be good to go for 7 years. I'll be good to go at corner, but you can get more corners in the draft than you can tight ends. And this guy, I could actually get probably with my own second round pick, because I'm picking our 46th, so I could probably, let's take the tight end and just quit dicking around. I think he's going to make the most impact right now. All right, Owen Gladstone, 6'3", 248, 21 years old, runs a 4.49. 76 overall normal. This fucking game. He was a number 4. We got him at number 7. He's a normal tight end. All right, he's just going to have to get a scenario to get upgraded. 89 speed, 85 catching, 89 excel. His pass blocking is not bad. Deep. He's not great on deep routes. He's okay on medium and short, so we're just going to have to coach him up. 96 injury, which is good. So he's not going to wear 44. So, that cost us our first round pick next year to move up. So Yeah, it is what it is. Let me add him in. Owen Gladstone, right? I will I'll update this in the off season. This is 76 normal. All right, let's we're gonna go slow because I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. All right, I simmed to my next pick. Did not mean to do that. So let's see what's left. Hopefully there's a corner left. I wanted to sim one at a time. Nope, they snagged the corner before I could. I wanted to sim one at a time because I was going to trade up higher into the second round. All right, so now we got a fourth round corner. That's late second talent, so I don't need to take him right away. That pissed me off. Didn't mean to do that. All right, we still got a wide receiver that's available. Runs a 4.5. Here's another one. Runs a 4.4. This agile guard. This elusive halfback runs a 4.4. He's 23 years old. He's only 5'9". Here's another tight end. Late first rounder. I think I'm going to take this pass coverage middle linebacker. Early second round, runs a 4.49. He's only 21 years old. Ben McPhee. That's what I'm going to take. 71 normal. Yeah, I knew he wouldn't be a dev trait guy. But it gives us another young linebacker to develop. He will definitely be on training emphasis. Let me look at my draft board again. I pick again in 14 picks. No quarterbacks. I could take this halfback next round. Runs a 4.42, but he's 23. Don't necessarily need a wide receiver, but that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Not taking another tight end. There's plenty of those. All these offensive linemen are going to go away. This guy is going to get taken in the 5th round. Hell, I'll take him in the 3rd round if I have to, if there's nothing else out there I like. I might have to take this guy in the 3rd. Corner. We could take him in the 3rd. He's got good press man. 4.42. Alright. It's very possible I might take a wide receiver with this next pick. We'll see what's available. And we're just going to skip to my next pick. I'm not going to go one at a time because it really doesn't matter. Let's see what's available. I'm going to go best available player left on my board at this point. .511. A catching, B catching traffic, B short route. He's a slot receiver, 4.40. Late first round, right? What's this guard? Mid first round. They're both 3rds. He's early 3rd. Yeah, let's take this wide receiver. I don't need the offensive line. I really don't even need wide receiver. But wait. Can you say early 3rd? Yeah, he'll be gone. So we're gonna load up on another young wide receiver, and that'll let us get rid of John Ross if we need to, and we'll have 4 guys. 72. And he is more of a slot than a deep. So that's not bad. .92 speed, 94 excel, 84 catch. He's really good at short route, so we're gonna have to boost him up on his deep routes. 81 catch in traffic. What was that? 96 injury, so he's not gonna get hurt. Not a bad pick at all. I'd rather have him than the guard, who's just gonna be a backup. All right, let's sim to the third round. Hey Germix, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right. Guard is gone. That's okay. We still need a power rushing right now. Yeah, we could use the power rushing right end. Let me go by position real quick. Halfback is still there. Maben might be the pick. Don't need a wide receiver anymore. Don't need a tight end. All these offensive linemen are gone. These pass protectors, you got any pass run blocking? He's pretty strong. He'll be in the 60s, nothing special. All right, left end. Power rushing right end. My right end is a 72. How fast? He's pretty strong. He's not very fast. He's 21 though. This guy's better with speed. Not quite as strong. He's 22. We're in the third round. I don't have a fourth round pick, and we're planning on taking that D tackle in the fifth. We'll see. Taking this guy right here in the fifth round. Fifth round. Hell, I might take him with my second, third round pick if there's nothing special out there. Just so I don't lose out on him, because the computer knows. He's a speed rusher. I do need a backup on right outside. He's just nothing. He's 24 years old. Didn't get the corner we were looking for, but I could take this guy. He's 4.46. He's probably going to be like a 65 normal. I can get better than that as a free agent. What is this guy's speed? 4.42. Got a good agility. Just not going to be overly strong. Late first round. This is that power back there. It's 4.5 and 25. But he's 24 years old. So, can take a D end or the halfback. Halfback is a first round talent, but it's late first. I'll take a chance on him because we have Geis. And we already have backups at the other positions that are serviceable. So I don't have to take those guys. Maben's the pick. He's a 72 normal. So he's not much lower than Geis is already. So that's fine. 72. He'll be practice squad guy, definitely. 93 speed, 92 excel, decent trucking, stiff arm, change of direction. Can't catch the ball really well. 84 injury, got to worry about him getting hurt. He does have possession catch, so he could be a third down back. All right, so we pick again at 92. So we're going to do these one at a time. '61 quarterback. All right. None of those DNs went, so I could actually. Do I really want to chance this D tackle? Or do I grab this guy? Late 6th round. We could get him in the 5th. If I don't get that guy, I could come back with this middle. I tell you what, I really don't want to lose this D tackle, so we're going to take him now. Levi Clinton. $73 hidden dev. He's better than my second round pick. So there we go. So that offsets losing our first round pick next year because we got a hidden dead D tackle. Ranked 19th overall. We got him at 92. 92 strength, 83 tackle, 82 excel. Yeah. Got to work on his pass rushing. I'll probably pour all of that into power moves. So, hidden dev D tackle. He's probably only a star. I don't think there's any way he's anything higher than a star. But that's fine. We'll go with that. And these last two picks, we'll see what's available, and we might trade out. If that 6th round defensive end is there, I'll grab him. No, there's nothing here. Nothing here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Cody Carter as a backup offensive lineman, and we're going to trade out of our 6th round. He's 7th, late 7th. Tell you what, let's see what we can get for this 5th round pick, and I can take Carter in his 6th. Can we get a 4th rounder next year? Hey, Cleveland wants to give us a 4th round pick next year. All right, we'll take a 4th round for this one. So let's skip to the 6th round and hope that guy's left. If he's not there, we'll trade out. We'll be done. Pardon me. Yep. Cody Carter. He's a right tackle. I'm going to say he's right guard also. He's power. He's not going to be, he's probably going to get kicked into guard. 63 overall. He's definitely a practice squad guy. All right, let's skip ahead. Get done with this draft. So we have a 76 normal tight end, runs a 4.49 as our number 1 pick as a tight end. So that's he's our future starter. The 71 middle linebacker, he plays our scheme. He's a coverage guy. So Gladstone, he's a normal dev, but he's 21, so he should be in the 80s by the time. This guy's a normal dev. We can get him up in the low 80s in a couple years. Lonnie Blair, he's a normal. That's fine. You get enough. Pardon me. He's our 4th wide receiver, so it doesn't matter. Maven's normal too. Levi Clinton's a dude. And as I said before in my earlier too, we do not wait around to see what their hidden dev is because you already know what a normal is. Why should I wait around? So we're going to go in and look and see what he is because it's my franchise and we'll do it in my way. And he's a superstar. Holy shit. How awesome is that? So this guy is basically our 1st round pick for next year. A 73 overall superstar D tackle. So that was well worth trading away our number 1 pick for next year to get the 76 tight end, which allowed us then to later draft this guy and getting him in the 3rd round. That's not bad. Get a superstar D tackle to be your number 1 guy in a couple of years. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a boom, George. Most definitely a boom. Superstar D tackle. That is why. That is why you use that chart I linked you guys to. Because if you didn't use that chart, you wouldn't have scouted that guy. I would have scouted him because his combine was high enough. But that's what you do. It's got to be 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", or higher, especially seventh round D tackles. Those guys, you can find stars. I wasn't expecting a superstar, so that was beyond what I expected. But fuck yeah, I would call that a good draft. Even though we didn't get a corner, we filled this need. We got a good middle young guy. We got another young wide receiver, serviceable backup, our future starter, and just a body. So we're good. We are good. And I'm going to take a look at this quarterback real quick before we move on, because I'm going to be done with the stream after this. Let's do all picks. So this first overall pick went to the Lions, and he was a quarterback. He was the only quarterback worth a shit in the draft. Is he an X Factor or a superstar, or is he just a star? Come on, Madden. Larry Stanley. He's a superstar X Factor. So the Lions have their future quarterback. Hope they have fun paying him. I hope he has fun paying him. So 5, 6, 7. All right, so this is who we took. This is who we took. And this is who we passed up on. I passed on this middle linebacker. He's hidden dev. I could have taken him and taken a lesser tight end. I don't know how much lesser, because we'll have to look at what their overalls were. I passed on a superstar middle linebacker, so that sucks. I passed on this guy. He's a hidden dev. I didn't think. Yeah, I'm gonna be really pissed if he's a superstar as well. He's an X Factor. Fucking A. All right, so we passed on our shutdown corner to get this tight end, but we made up for it with that D tackle. So I'm not going to be super pissed off, but I missed out on. Yeah, those two guys would have been killer. And Guy was the other corner we looked at, right? He was normal dev, so that was fine. Arrington was the other tight end we were looking at, and he was a hidden dev. So we picked the wrong tight end. And he's a superstar. Hey, I'm happy with the draft, but we could have done so much better. But that's the way it is. I'm going to stop looking at this, or I'm going to make myself really mad. All right, so let's go look at our roster real quick one more time before we're done with this stream, and I can go kill myself working out. I'll get a third quarterback off the free agent pile in the preseason, somebody that I can put on the practice squad. We're rolling with this. He's my fastest running back, but he's going practice squad. He might be practice squad and get reactivated and drop Geis so I can reset his contract, but we'll see. Wide receiver, 3 young guys, a veteran, 3 more young guys. If he's not going to play his first year, we're just going to stick him on practice squad. Cumberland will get cut, and we'll roll with these guys. Pretty sure Bushman's getting cut. He's the slowest guy we have, and I'll have these 2 next year, and I can pick a third off the free agent pile, because I definitely won't need one. We're good there. We're good there. I can start looking to replace Mailata with a young guard in the draft down the road. Good there. I'm good here. We're starting Vera Tucker because he's a star. And at some point, I'll need another tackle. This guy's going to be a practice squad if I don't outright cut him. He's got another year to play, and he's the future starter, so I'll need a new left end next year. And probably need to get a better backup over here. And Hurst is going to play, but Clinton's going to be the number 2 guy on the depth chart. Whitfield's going to stay on the team. He'll probably get practice squatted, and Elliott might get cut just so I can keep players at a different position. He's going to get cut. We're going to go with the youth. Yeah, these two down here are getting cut. 1, 2, 3, 4. McPhee's going to get his contract reset. So Xandier's going to go. I just signed him to a great contract, so I might keep 5 middles. I might keep 5 middles and only go with 3 D tackle. Get rid of those 2 guys. Right corner. You said Burns is getting cut because he's just coverage. Yeah, Taylor's going to get practice squatted, and we'll roll with the rest of these guys. We're good there. Good there. And what does our draft picks look like next year? So next year we don't have a 1. We have a 3. We have 2, 3, 3 4s, 5, and a 6. So we might have to package some of these picks to move up. If I'm not going to have a 1, then I want to have at least 2 2s. And we can package. I'll show you how to package these. I'm going to pull up the trade value chart for draft picks and show you how to package these and move up. We'll make multiple trades. I might only have 4 picks in the draft, but they're all going to be in the 2nd and 3rd round. And we'll roll with that. And anything I need that's critical need, we'll just go get that in free agency. Or I'll trade for it. So. All right, guys. That was another good stream. A little bit longer than I expected. But I will see you guys in George's stream tonight. I'm going out to dinner with the wife for our anniversary, which is yesterday. So we're going to go out to eat tonight. So I might be a little late getting into your stream tonight, George, but I'll be there at some point. And we will be back. I need to cut the grass Thursday because it's supposed to rain. So it's very possible I might be back tomorrow to do season 3. And I don't have to work out, so we can actually make it a 3.5 hour if we need to. So I would just plan on that, but it's probably going to be 10 Central Time. Roll with that, 10 Central. Give George time to wake up out on the West Coast. We'll crank out another season, regular season tomorrow. So we'll just plan on that. And like I said, appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. And I will see you guys later on.